You see, this is the scene that Mad Mardigan doesn't want you to see. Or is it the one that Chuck Norris doesn't want you to see? You decide for yourself.
I'd like to show you something.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, 'cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
Huge! What's going on, everybody? How are you all doing tonight for the 94th episode of Toxic Tuesday? I have so much to say. We all have so much to say, but is this the most American movie or is this the most Chuck Norris movie? Or is the answer yes? We have so much to ask and decide and debate and discuss on this movie. But how you all doing? I hope you all had a great 4th of July. And it was tough to not want to do this on the 4th of July, but we have lives and we're not as big as like a nerdrotic channel. Maybe it'd be a different discussion then. But anyways, let's see all these wonderful faces here because a lot of you already came way early, and considering everything that's going on, and you guys show up here, I do appreciate that. This is freaking awesome that we got such a great crowd, considering all the great competitive shows. I mean, yeah, Geeks and Gamers, No Rock doing The Witcher 3. I don't blame anyone for whichever they choose. It's tough, it's conflicting, but I'm fucking grateful. So thank you all for being here right away. Seriously, I'm very grateful for this. I'm so excited because this is fucking Chuck Norris. And this is the second to last of our Chuck Norris series. Obviously, next week will be Way of the Dragon. Then after that, we'll have a little short hiatus and we'll be back early to mid August. When we come back with episode 96, Hard Target, episode 97, Lionheart. And there's gonna be there's a mystery one, and then 99 will be Con Air. So it's gonna be a next few, and then 100. Well, we'll give out 100 when we finish 99. But how are you all doing? Sean Stackhouse, Emperors, NM, Anonymous Gamer, Justin B, Canadian, Spider-Man, Darth Viewer, Aaron Ratliff, Oakley Vandal, John Coppola. How are you? Fat Elvis. How you doing, Fat Elvis? What's going on, man? Nice to see RJ Godzilla. What's up, RJ Godzilla? Southern Viking, Chris Molina. What's up, guys? Action, calm, yeah, nominal. And holy crap, Just Joe 47 wastes zero time with a $10. Says my second favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard #1. Yes, and we're gonna have that discussion too. The action set pieces, suburbs, the shopping mall, and the finale, the tanks and choppers are amazing on a Canon budget. Chuck, it's time to die. Oh, dude, yes. Joe, thank you for that $10. That's a damn generous amount. And yeah, oh, dude, no, I actually have a lot of great. I don't know how much the panel feels on this, whether on my side or be contrarian, but I'm all defense on this movie. I'm all defense. I am a lover of this movie. So nice to see you here, sir. And what's going? Deleted scenes. What's up, deleted scenes? Oh, dude, you never apologize for your lateness. You show up when deleted scenes needs to be here. That's how it is. I get it. What's going on? Poker Race 6666. Nice to see you here as well, Anonymous Gamer. Well, guys, welcome to Toxic Tuesday. Let's bring in just another red shirt, but he's our red shirt. What's up, red shirt?
Ha ha ha! I am your red shirt tonight. This is so much fun to do, and I am looking forward to talking about this movie. Saw it today, and this is a take me back movie back to the mid '80s, and this is gonna be this is an over the top, a really over the top canon film, and the only guy who could have led this film is the absolutely incomparable Chuck Norris. I don't know if this is the most U.S.A. film, but this is certainly the most Chuck Norris film.
Well, we're going to discuss that. Glad to have you here, sir. Hopefully you had a good, decent 4th of July. I'm happy we're back, and we're going to come out swinging. Let's bring in the Keto Simple One, which Mr. Dustin was live earlier today on his show, which I did lurk. I didn't respond, but I was listening and lurking as I was prepping for Mead. What's going on, Dustin?
This movie is so American. It's obese. It doesn't get any exercise. And it's thinking about going vegan.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh, this movie. Okay, so this is the first time I've seen this movie. And I wish I would have saw this movie when I was younger in the early 80s. I think I would have appreciated it 1,000 times more. I think like the scale, the scope, the effects, and everything would have hit me a little different than they do now. I think we're spoiled now. There was no CGI. It's all practical effects. And it's, I mean, like low budget compared to like what we would think of today, right? But like just watching this, it's like, it's another one of those movies like when we were talking about like the Dirty Harrys and the Death Wishes, it really kind of hits home. There's a lot of parallels to this movie and what's been going on the last couple of years as well. So I don't know how deep you want to go down that rabbit hole. But
We'll go. There's a lot of holes you can go down with this movie.
Holes.
There are holes.
So we will get there, sir. We will get there, and it's going to be fantastic. But I'm happy to have you here, sir. I'm ready to get the show freaking moving, and yeah, it sounds like we'll definitely go into variations of that because yes, rewatching it, I was thinking of that too in that prophetic sense, and yeah. Anyways, let's bring in the other two dudes. What's up, Steve Mitchum? I see you there, and Bushpan down. All right, how's it going, Bruce Lombardo, the Dix Division?
Gentlemen, it is going fantastic. I hope everybody here in the chat and panel had a great 4th of July. Lots of fireworks, lots of America fuck yeah moments. This movie, I haven't seen this movie in 30 years, okay?
Yeah.
I was a boy. I hadn't even raised my hand for the Oath of Enlistment yet. And I'm watching this film, and I'm just kind of like, they actually blew up a subdivision. This movie has everything in it, and we got to talk about it. We got to talk about this movie.
Facts, man. Facts. And I was like, this feels like this is like, oh, I can't not do a Chuck Norris month and not talk about this one. So I know there's definitely a lot of good debate on what's the best Chuck Norris movie. We'll get to that with this one, how we feel and where it stands amongst the pantheon of Norris and of course action and Ken. Yeah, this movie you guys you see we can have so much conversation on the merits of this movie alone and where its places amongst the great action movies. And of course, the man who keeps our show looking absolutely visually stunning. The man who gets those photos, the one who puts Mad Mardigan's face on, who helps us get clips like from Showdown Little Tokyo. How you doing, Mark D with a C?
I'm doing awesome, and this movie holds a very special place in my heart. I think I'd mentioned a couple of weeks ago, right, about what had happened to me during this movie. Now, safety tip out there, boys and girls, children, people of all ages. When your friend's girlfriend, challenges you to chugging a fifth of vodka, do not do that. That is not a good idea.
2 fifths of vodka.
Well, I did the fifth. I think I'm pleading the fifth on chugging the fifth, but never chug alcohol. It's very stupid. Back then, I was 185 pounds and tip top, shape playing sports. And the next day, I weighed 160 pounds. And I was mostly muscle back then, although I'm not now. So, yeah, I probably had alcohol poisoning, and I'm glad I made it through this movie. But I've never finished watching it again, so it's good to finally. It was kind of one of those things like when we get to the mall. I think it was the mall scene, and I go to my buddies, and I let my buddies in the chat, and hopefully some of my buddies in the chat that were there that night. But I was yelling at them, guys, who's spinning the room? Stop spinning the room. Like, Mark, we're not spinning the room. And I can still remember closing my eyes, remember where I was sitting and seeing the Vinny is my buddy Vinny, his living room there, or the den, and just picturing that room spinning around. So yeah, it was a crazy night. So it was good to finally finish this. But yeah, Chuck Norris would have not been pleased with me not finishing it, I guess. But yeah, it was one of those crazy nights as a kid that you remember. So I went to put my jeans on for school on Monday. They fell off. They wouldn't stay up. I lost so much weight, but that's not a good way to lose weight. So yeah, thankfully I was all right. But yeah, never do anything like that. So yeah, that was just one of those. That's just that crazy. When you're talking about the age you are when you watch this movie. So my buddies, we'd rented it for the weekend to watch and and hang out and maybe drink a little bit, but maybe not that much. So yeah, that was
until it became a lot. We all know how
Yeah.
the song and dance goes, Mark. You can't fool us here.
Well, Nick could have handled that, not me. But then the joke is there's a memorial rice paddy in the backyard that was named after me for years later. We won't go. Sorry, I don't want to gross out the show too much, but yeah. So all right, but yeah, we'll see if any of those buddies show up and tease me. And 32 flavors Nick bars are flavored vodka. Then it would have been fine. That would have been okay.
Oh, it would have been huge. It would have been huge. Just saying. I mean, come on, dude.
Huge.
Oh, Mark, I'm so happy here. So, yeah,
I'm glad I made it through the movie.
Dude, there's no other alternate scenario where you did it. Even if it took a little longer than usual in your life, it happens. It's okay. But the inevitability is that you finished.
I finished.
You finished. You finished. All right.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, dude, and if this movie doesn't make you do that, you probably you must seriously especially if you're a dude, or even if you're late. I don't think I can understand you, because this has Chuck Norris at his most manliest, most ridiculous, insanely. He's not even Chuck Norris masculinity. He's Chuck Norris. He's doing everything that's super manly thing. He's freaking chopping up wood. He's freaking kicking
like
ass.
Commando.
Yeah, cold-blooded one-liners. Yeah, Chuck Norris. Everything he was. They eat like savages. They live on the freaking by the pond area. Dude, he's the ultimate epitome of man in this.
He
movie.
wrestles a gator, right?
Yeah, he wrestles like
alligators. He wrestles. That's awesome.
I mean, come on. I mean, we're expecting to wrestle alligator because normally he's busy taking on T-Rexes. So we expect this on him. This is the expectation that we get when it comes down to Chuck Norris. We need that to be the thing. But man, Chuck Norris is the ultimate epitome of man. Also, his name is Matt Hunter. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. His name is that just the fact that his last name was put as Hunter and he's hunting for these guys. Come on, that name.
Yes.
A augmented denim shirt with the sleeves ripped off. To make his jeans look okay.
Yep.
Oh.
The double denim is so good in this movie.
Yeah.
Only Chuck Norris can carry off double denim.
I tried it. That looked like a fat loser.
He's got double D's.
I've got double denim here, and I can't wear it in camera. It's bad.
No, dude. Seriously, like, I've heard some urban legends that there's more to this movie, and and I'm sure that's true. Honestly, I'm glad that got trimmed down. Now, sure, it would have been nice for the story's sake, but it feels like this movie just said, you know what? No, we're just gonna go in there, kick ass. You can put the pieces together on what's going on, because is a bit more organized than the Hitman, as you know what the story is, even though I can argue that it doesn't really want to tell it. It just says, we want you to just watch Chuck Norris kick ass. I mean, dude, just look at the banner in back of us. Look at the damn banner in back of us. You're like, come on, dude. That's freaking. Oh, look at that. Come on. He's got the shirt buttoned out. He's got the guns. The guns.
Those are. I did some digging, and I'm pretty sure those are mini Uzis. I fired an Uzi.
Weapons are those?
Those are mini Uzis. I fired an Uzi. I have to say this: they look like a plumber's nightmare, and you can shoot them from anywhere. I mean, they're easy to hold on to. They don't look like it. And I was astonished when I picked one up, and I was on a sailboat, and we were doing boat defense drills, believe this or not, and we're shooting at a garbage bag being dragged behind the boat 40 or 50 yards behind the boat. And I got to tell you, I've shot rifles, but a submachine gun, an Uzi submachine gun, was like, yeah, I could shoot this. And I'm like, holy shit.
Was it fun?
It was a whole lot of fun. Oh my God.
Dude, look. Oh, this Mad. Good old cameo from Mad Mardigan.
Mad
Mad with the Speedo.
Mad. Handy Randy's be disappointed. He sees you that you're with a woman too, Mad. Guys, all 54 of you in the chat, do not tell Handy Randy. Handy Randy is going to be very, and I mean very, displeased. And yes, like a lot of movies, this is a canon film. So I'm going to say that, it's a canon film. It's a Chuck Norris movie. It's an action movie. It's definitely an American movie as well. It's all these freaking things. I know Dustin had the American, I think, was it Red Shirt, who called it just the Chuck Norris movie? Where were you on that Red Shirt?
Where I am is I'm just going to say this. The year before this movie came out, Red Dawn came out.
Okay.
So Red Dawn is an American, we will go back into the hills and kill them one at a time fantasy. This movie is Chuck Norris will show up and kill all the bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
And this is Chuck doing his one-man army routine again. You guys have taught me that term, so I love that.
The domino effect. It's the domino effect.
Yes.
It's knock them down one by
one at a time.
One. Yeah.
And Chuck Norris is, and I'll give you this, Chuck Norris is a uniquely American hero. Only America could produce a hero like Chuck Norris in this film. So in that regard, I'll agree with you. This is an American film. But this is so much a Chuck Norris coming in and taking care of business film. Because as we're watching in these opening scenes, all kinds of bad things happen. Why? Because Chuck Norris isn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he retired? He's on the gator farm, I guess? Or what's Chuck doing?
He's trapping gators to put on a gator farm. He's selling them to gator farmers.
Have you guys noticed something in this movie? This movie had a Chuck Norris joke before it was a Chuck Norris joke. He literally just waited the entire movie. He didn't sleep at all. I'm not joking. I don't think he slept at all in this movie.
Yeah.
He actually just waited so he could strike again. Chuck Norris literally just waited the entire movie.
Yeah, Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He just waits, and that's true. And Nick, I discovered 2 new Chuck Norris facts watching this movie.
Oh, share away, sir.
Nice.
Well, from the end of the movie, when he finally goes up against his nemesis, Chuck Norris does not need more than 1 spare magazine per gun because Chuck Norris never misses.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
And Or is it the other one here?
Where is it?
Oh, it's got to be here someplace.
Oh, you'll find
Oh,
it.
I'll find it. When I
You'll
find
find-
it,
no,
I'll give
you
it. I'll give
find
you
it.
the second Chuck Norris fact that I found in his movie.
When I
But that
find
was
it,
a good one. I
you'll
like that one.
know.
But you got that right. He doesn't sleep. He waits.
And this movie proved it. This movie,
Yes, it
freaking
did.
proved it straight up. If anyone wants to correct me and let me know that maybe there's a moment in the movie that I'm not remembering, but to my memory, he didn't sleep at all in this movie. I mean,
No.
tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think he did.
We don't see him do it. No.
Yeah, and off scenes don't count. They don't count because it's Chuck Norris. We just know. We trust his word. We take his word for it.
Well,
By
the movie takes
default.
place over what, 2 days, 48 hours?
Yeah, I'd say like three days at least, because there's a few nights in here. Because think about it, you had the night at the bar, not like the bar, but that got shot up with the
Yep.
fake police officers. Then you had the night at the strip club as well, and then you had the night where we'll just say the trap later on, the trap. So I'd say like 3 to 4 days overall. Because you got this starting. Obviously, this is the first day because you see these people who are coming from, and this is a scene that if you don't know history or context, you're like, why the hell are these guys like turning on all the Cubans trying to get out of the country? And you're like, what the fuck? They're killing out all the people for no damn reason. You have to realize, oh no, they aren't American people. This is them infiltrating the entire system and taking over, whether it's in militaristic positions, government positions, law enforcement positions. They straight up basically infiltrated. I mean, and obviously some people might not be able to get that, but if you piece it together, you could tell it was a straight up quiet infiltration. That's how you pull it off. You gotta go under the skin right in front of them and make it happen. That's what they did. I'm sure if you had the additional context with the deleted scenes, they would probably say, hey, look, here's what they did, but you should be able to pick it up. I feel like, yeah, it would have benefited from having those scenes, but if you're smart, and also Chuck Norris relies on you being smart, you'll know that they're like, yeah, just go with it. And we got another Mr. Zito film too. Joseph Zito once again at the helm, and we had James Bruner, Aaron Norris, and Mr. Chuck himself as writers. Directed by Joseph Zito. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, wow, I was like kind of pissed. So why'd they kill those people on the boat? But then you're like, oh, bad man. Because I was in middle school. I didn't know shit. I didn't understand borders, immigration. I just knew Fidel Castro was some ugly dude who existed. I didn't understand.
Well, I should mention the Mariel boat lift in the 79-80. So that was organized by Castro, and then they had a huge number of Cubans trying to get asylum in the U.S. and Florida. So the Cuban economy, surprise, had tanked back then. So there's a massive boat lift of refugees. So that's kind of like what this is inferring, I guess. And
the Marielitos were not just refugees. But go ahead. I'll explain.
Well,
later.
yeah. Then there's also then they also let people out of prison.
Yes.
And just let them. And then Castro released there were some obviously legitimate immigrants who obviously wanted to escape the fascism of Fidel Castro, who many on the left love, but I just throw that in there because it always drives me crazy how much the quote unquote liberal people idolize Castro, who never held an election. But so then they just released the prisons. Let's let you deal with all our prisoners. So it was a huge mess for Jimmy Carter, and it also, contributed, his loss to Ronald Reagan. Of course, by then things had, turned around by 85 or 84. But this is, very much on the minds of people back then in terms of what had happened in the country. And of course, I love this scene here too with the
gator.
Chuck with the gator, right? Did he really do it? It looks like they really did that, right? I mean,
yeah.
I should have clicked a little bit more, but
I can't say. I don't know if he actually did this particular scene himself, but I do know he did most of his own stunts for this movie, and that's up to including the big where he was hanging on to the side of the vehicle. There was a whole lot of Chuck doing the Norris. So, and this is once again, this scene here. You look at it, it reminds you of once again the beginning of Commando. Him just being a manly man. Him to freaking go to freaking alligator.
But yeah, the idea of a decrepit old boat full of Cuban refugees trying to navigate their way from Cuba to Miami was perfectly believable. It's a little rarer now, and through various administrations, there's been less welcome. Not quite as bad as the Russians meeting them to take over the drugs that were on the boat, but that would at the time would not have even raised an eyebrow. They would, oh yeah, Cuban refugees, we know them. They come to Miami and they open restaurants.
Yeah.
Hey, great coffee.
Oh, actually, I can confirm that. When I was in Orlando in October for the Geeks and Gamers meetup, I went to a Cuban cafe and it was freaking awesome. Food was great.
Cuban
drinks
food's
were
awesome.
great. Oh, dude, no, it did make sense for the scene, and it really, once again, another movie that was very well-rounded, diverse cast. You really did capture the culture around this area of Florida at the time. And of course, it captures, you have to be reminded too that it's in the winter, because Florida's not really winter, because you get some Christmassy scenes with the trees and you hear the music playing. So yes, folks, for those who do either not remember or have not seen it, this takes place during Christmas. And you had to really, it's like, right, you think, oh, it's Florida, how's that have Christmas? Well, they get to that. When they do, it's freaking tragic, because man, this guy Rostov is a hell of a villain. Because obviously, if I want to talk about great performance, this guy who played Rostov, dude, freaking criminal empire, man. He's like the head of Hydra, an equivalent. He got the whole group to take over everything so that way he can remain untouched. And it takes a one-man army like Chuck to take him down. One man to go against them all. Once again, it's the difference, as they like to do. It's a cliche at this point because it's 1985, but it's a trope that we can never get sick of, because we like to believe in the idea that one man can make a difference. We all know Chuck can do it, but we also like to be like, hey, we could be that hero. We could be that guy. We relate to that sentiment.
Yes, we do. There have been a number of movies, some of which have actually been factual, that have done just that. But
of course.
probably not the time to digress that far. But let's just say, yeah, there are some movies where there's the one man army trope. I could think of at least one World War II movie where that basically is the case.
Oh yes, no, absolutely. So, and for those who do not know, this is gonna be a wild one here. For a long time, a very long time, this was the second highest home selling video title from MGM. Which movie was the number one for the chat? I want to see who in the chat knows. What's the number one up until 07? What was the biggest MGM movie for video release? Because imagine that. What a diametrically opposed viewpoint. There's this movie that was a big movie, and then Invasion USA. And trust me, this number one movie is nothing like Invasion USA. Think old popular movie that was in theaters way too long. It wasn't E.T. It wasn't Steven Spielberg. Let's just say it's a lot older. It wasn't Wizard of Oz. No. I think someone's gonna get it. Someone's gonna get it. Come on, who is it?
Frankly,
who is it? No, not Oz. No.
Well, we can say that a disclaimer has been added to it. Oh, there we go. Someone got it.
There you go. RJ Godzilla got Gone with the Wind, and RJ Godzilla 81 with a no prize. Congratulations, sir. You know what? You will get a Thanos clip though for this one. Yeah. Whoa, there's another me out there, guys. Says sick channel. Do I have a clone, or is that Handy Randy? Is that you, Handy Randy?
It's an AI bot. It's an AI bot.
AI bot. Oh no. Hey, I can't be in two places at once. I'm just saying, dude, this motherfucker, I wanted to beat this guy's ass so bad. But once again, that's what makes a good actor a good villain, because the fact that he freaking goes and pulls up to these houses and he freaking can't, like, he's destroys a neighborhood. Literally destroys. And you're like, damn.
RJ Godzilla has a request, Nick.
What is it? Oh, that,
Yeah.
of course we have to. Where, let me find it. Where'd it go?
biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Oh, and by the way, Nick Weiser, your supposed clone is actually Nick Weezer. I before E.
Sharp
okay.
eyes there.
Rustov, like every bagger on Earth, has nightmares of Chuck Norris. You know, I came up with the Chuck Norris joke on Twitter a few days ago that Santa Claus writes his Christmas list to Chuck Norris. And you know he does. Can't tell me that I'm wrong. You know that he does. So I wonder how would Brandon Lee react if he saw Chuck Norris naked? Ooh, we gotta see. We gotta ponder that. What if he saw, like, how is Chuck Norris compared to Dolph Lundgren?
You ever been roundhouse kicked by a dick?
That is so beautiful.
Roundhouse kicked by a dick. Remember that? Remember the way that statement spells out. Roundhouse kicked by a dick. Well, that would be a man. That's a large facial coming your way. Holy shit! Poor House.
I mean, the special effects in this movie, the stunts are just so phenomenal. I mean, this, we know
The
it's gonna get blown up.
pyrotechnics on this are off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. But of course, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, his buddy's gonna buy the farm. It's like, just to set up the revenge factor. So I'm like, oh crud, I like that character, the old airboat driver. I'm like, he's not gonna make it,
And he's ruthless though too. Like when you get to that part where it happens, it's like, well, I'm gonna mourn you for about 3, 2, 1. Okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And these bastards, you know what? I hate that they destroyed the house, but you're right. We needed to set something up to get the revenge. And you know what the saddest part is? We never saw the armadillo again.
The armadillo lived.
The armadillo lived. It made it down the stairs.
Survived.
Yeah, it survived.
I was hoping it would pop back up. I was just like, damn it, we didn't get a fall from the armadillo. Now, if it came out today, they'd probably do a short on where the armadillo went.
Right.
He went in someone's trousers.
Mrs. Redshirt, after the scene where where they attack his shack, the armadillo comes down the front stairs and it's stumbling, and she's like, "Oh no, it got hurt." I'm like, "No, it's just bad at stairs."
I like how when the house gets blown up, you can see like the 5 pieces of wood holding it together, and it's somehow still standing with the 5
Actually, I got a line for that one. How do you blow all the walls out of a shack, leave the studs, and not touch the roof? I want to know how to build a place like that.
Yeah, and the boat is fine too.
And the boat's great.
The boat's
No
fine,
problem.
Yeah. Look at the explosion hitting the boat there.
Yeah.
Look at the boat. Look at the boat. Look at the boat getting trashed there.
Yeah.
Right? The boat was destroyed.
Boat. Okay. Props. Oops. Get us another airboat.
Yep.
They're supposed to be
a $30 fan from Kmart. Bobby, lash this to that raft. There we go. Airboat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be Russian, but some guys obviously not only don't look it and definitely do not sound like it, but you roll with it.
Well, the head Russian actually says that to the guy who's paranoid about Chuck Norris, who dreams about him. These guys are thugs and criminals. Mm-hmm. They're nothing without you. So they're just a bunch of badasses and street thugs that the Russians have recruited to come in and do this. The only 2 Russians, as far as I could tell, in this whole operation are the balding guy and the blonde guy. The rest of them are just a bunch of, multicultural assholes.
They're expendable minions.
They're expendable minions.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And by the way, I'd like to thank them all for wearing sunglasses at night so we could tell who they were in various scenes.
All the bad guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Wearing pair of aviators outdoors at night. We know you're one of them. That makes
Yeah, look at the shack with the roof is there and the boat. It's fine now. Yeah. But the interesting thing about this movie, even though it's labeled Invasion USA, it's more like, terrorist attack. It's a great title, but it's more like a bunch of terrorist attacks. They're not trying to take over the USA per se. They're just trying to form.
Well, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start with Florida and then move on up. They were hoping because remember, Chuck was supposed to kill Rostov. He said, "Hey, you should let me kill him when I had the chance," and he originally passed.
Now he's your now he's your problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I came up and I had a thought on that because then the Russians show up and blow up his shack, and the first thing I thought of was, you may not be interested in KGB, but KGB is interested in you.
Yep.
So Chuck doesn't have any choice now. They blew up his shack. They scared off his armadillo. They killed his friend with the airboat tour service. What has he got left? Go kill the bastard.
Yeah.
That
I'm
they
just
think he's
checking the
dead.
prices here.
I
The
want
sub
to
is
know.
sub is $3. That's a bar, man. Imagine paying $3 for a sub.
Yeah.
I there's still a lot of
those
local
days.
businesses that still have their signs like that in Chicago, where they have the old school looking signs. And anytime I see a business that has those old school signs, to me, that's usually a sign that the place's food is still amazing, that they're not spending their time trying to make their company look new, that they're putting all their love and heart into the food instead.
Yeah.
Because the divier, usually the better in Chicago. AKA the places that OSHA is afraid to go to. And they probably just say, okay, just say that this passes.
Yeah, pass.
This is one of the best parts of the movie here.
If OSHA was real in this movie, they would pass up on this entire say, just give them all a pass for this. Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. Go ahead, Mark.
I love this line in the movie. It's like, look at them, Nico. Soft, spineless decadence. They don't even understand the nature of their own freedom or how we could use it against them.
This is what I was talking
They're no
about.
worse than it. Yeah, it's actually mimicking Khrushchev's famous kitchen speech with Nixon at the World's Fair. Where he said, we will, famously said, we'll use, break you from the inside. We'll, I'm forgetting the exact quote, but he said,
you will sell us
USA
the rope. You will sell us the rope to hang you with.
Hang yourself. Thank you. Yeah, now that you said that, I remember it exactly. So that's destroying yourself from the inside. So there's a lot. I mean, as people would say, this is a very simplistic movie, quote unquote, but the plot is really well done by these guys. It's by the bad guys.
Even with it being trimmed down.
Yeah, with it trimmed down, it's still there's still a lot going on. There's a lot of planning. It's not like they, and they're trying to foment dissent, and they're getting people to get angry at the cops or different groups to be angry with each other. So it's and they're doing hit and runs, like we said, with the houses. So it's not, it's not just random violence. They actually, plan this out, which is what now that I've seen the movie and can remember it, it's there's a lot more to it than just a silly, quote unquote fun B action flick. Although it does have some great scenes, but there's actually something going on with this plot here, which is really, really interesting. And Chuck, they said, got the idea from learning how many quote unquote terrorists, and back then Gaddafi was the big bad in the 80s. Muammar Gaddafi from Libya. So he mentions Muammar Gaddafi in some of the articles talking about this movie. Well, what if these people did something? Unfortunately, we've got 9/11, many years later. I don't think Chuck was exactly predicting that, but he's inferring, what could happen if you let a lot of people in the country and don't know who they are really or what they're capable of. So there's a lot of good stuff in this movie that
there is stuff
on
to
another
think
level.
about. No, you're right, because they obviously, Rostov, he hates their freedom. He hates the idea of the patriotism. He hates that they like what they have, and he wants to take that all away from them. He hates
men in Speedos.
Yeah,
And
you know
women
what?
in
That's his
bikinis.
loss because we like Mad Mardigan and his speedo, so
Yes.
he could fuck right
Well,
off.
Rostov and his handler, the balding guy, are absolutely representative of what the Soviet Union thought of the United States at the time. That the United States was decadent, that we weren't paying attention to important things. We were going to movies, we were buying groceries, we were having a good time, and nobody was paying any attention to
Rock and
anything
roll.
important. So this is they're so stereotypical as Russians, Soviet Russians for the time, Soviet agents, and all they see is what they expect to see.
They're not wrong.
Well, yeah, but you know, we had a few more items in the grocery store than the gum department store did in Moscow, which they didn't really check out. You know,
Well, that's what Brezhnev said when he came here. He couldn't believe because, of course, they had a special party store just for the Communist Party elders
Yes.
and members. And when he came to like New York and he saw like just the bodega, the stores and all the selection and everything that we had, he just couldn't believe it. So, said, "Oh my," they knew the Soviet economy is about the size of Italy right now. So it's just, in terms of economic power, they're more of a military, they had their military, but their economy was very, very, very weak. So they knew they couldn't outspend us on military capabilities.
Yes,
and if you
Khrushchev
Google,
go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say, if you check through some YouTube videos, you can actually Google, Soviet Union grocery stores, and you think some things were bad during the vid, where we couldn't get toilet paper or something. I mean, look at what they have in the Soviet Union in the grocery stores then in the 80s, and wow,
Yeah.
well, thank God every day I'm an American.
Just because
Yeah,
Rostov
actually-
and his buddies hate it, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah,
we're
actually-
gonna do it again.
Yeah, actually, Khrushchev, just to continue your thought, Mark, Khrushchev, I think, was the first Soviet leader to actually see a grocery store. And he's like, well, this is special store for government people, right? And they were like, no, anybody can come here.
Yeah,
And he's like,
we've got
what?
everything. This mall has everything.
Yeah, exactly. And he was just blown away. And yeah, that he didn't last long after that.
Oh, he saw the writing on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, they decided they needed Brezhnev instead.
Well, here's I know I don't want to play someone else's YouTube video, but I just got to show. This is a typical. Here, let me swing it over here. Let me pause the slideshow because it's relevant to the movie, I think. So, here's a typical Soviet Union. There's your selection in the Soviet Union grocery store, uncut, and then they're showing what you can get. Or there was one scene here where they're showing the meat is just so horrendous. It's all, it's just
Brown.
there's nothing.
green
It's
meat.
brown. Yeah, it's just there's the selection in the store.
Right.
It's
Looks so appetizing, though. Come on, guys.
yeah.
I want some.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
No,
the
Billy
checkout,
Badass
yeah.
made a good point. Like Russia in the 80s, like look at North Korea now.
Yes.
That looks like
Yeah.
the Hilton compared to what's going on in North Korea.
Yes.
I can
They're
imagine.
not even allowed
yeah,
to kill like rats and stuff. They get in trouble if they were to kill like small game.
They're eating
Yeah.
tree bark and grass in North Korea.
What's smart
Yeah.
about the infiltration plan? It's a perfect way to stir up division amongst the floor residents because we're seeing it once again. I know Dust was talking about how some of the elements are what's relevant to now. We're seeing all these people who infiltrate in certain fields and they stir up division amongst the people they cause a lot of the problems and then they get the people to emotionally overreact very hardcore and everyone's going against each other because of what authorities and systems and everyone's just trying to tear the state apart. And that's exactly how you get a dictatorship, a communist, whatever you want to call it. This is how you do it. You get the people against each other so that way they can eat each other and that way, when they've eaten each other, you have your kingdom to rule. It is perfect. Go ahead.
That's what the job of community organizer was invented to do. Was create grievances in one group and set them against another.
Yep.
It's not. I mean, it is. You're right. We have that. It's not necessarily people infiltrating. It's ideas infiltrating.
Mm-hmm.
But the same thing. The same thing this movie is talking about is going on, but on a more subtle basis, and it's less obvious. It's not a Russian guy showing up in your town and telling everybody this. It's somebody from your town who decides to tell everybody this.
Speaking of our friend from a third world country, we got 70.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. Dustin, buddy, it's a fourth or fifth world country now.
Oh, my bad.
So, have I missed Chuck killing all the commies yet, or what?
No.
Commies left.
Chuck
commies left to kill.
No. 70s. Chuck has not yet begun to kill commies.
He's waiting. Right, he's currently in the waiting stage. He's at stage waiting. But this is where this is where they level all the houses, and like, damn, these dudes have no fucking sympathy for anyone.
Can I point out that I've just for this scene? Can I point out that I've never seen a movie where shoulder-fired rockets were as popular as in this movie?
Oh, it's so good.
It was like you just go down to Jewel at aisle 5, and they're right there. They had so much access to them.
Well, didn't you get that in your Woolworth?
Semi-auto rocket launcher.
Nick said Jewel, not Piggly Wiggly. That's how I know he's from Illinois.
Well, here's the problem with a lot of Illinois people. A lot of Illinois people say Jewel, they say Jewels, and that drives me crazy because there's not one Jewel in Illinois and it says Jules. It says Jewel on the store. So I'm like, why do they keep calling it Jules? And I'm sure you heard that when you used to live in Illinois. They would say that. So like, it's like the whole Luke, I am your father. It's like, no, he says, no, I am your father. Like, I don't know where people hear these things.
70s. I think I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
All I was going to say was, Chuck may not have started to kill commies yet, but as long as he never finishes killing commies, because that's what we want. We want him to keep killing commies.
Yes.
Never stop, never stopping.
Oh, we got to mention that they were going to expand Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport. So they were going to bulldoze this whole neighborhood. It's like, well, why don't we have Chuck blow it up for his movie, right? Or have it blown up for Chuck Norris? So they destroyed everything.
It would have been a shame if they'd blown up the wrong neighborhood by mistake.
Ouch, that would have hurt.
No,
that's so cool. I mean, that's why it looks so good too, right? I mean,
it's because it actually happened. A lot of it actually happened. The convenient timing of, hey, we're making a movie, and hey, you got to blow up these houses. Hey, we can do that for you. Dude, I'd do that shit for fucking free, man.
Exactly.
Come
now,
on.
Is that a canon? I mean, seriously, is that a canon move or what? I mean, it's like, we don't have any budget, but we just discovered that there's a neighborhood next to Hartfield Airport that they're going to tear down. Why don't we just send in, some of the pyrotechnics guys and a couple of the actors and a truck and a few extras, and we'll help you out there.
I was wondering if that actually happened, like what you just described, because this subdivision gets exploded by Rostov, and then not long later, on what I was reading about this movie, Golan had called up Joe Zito, and Joe Zito's like, "Oh God, he's calling me again. He's going to slash the budget for the movie." And they were doing the daily shipments, I guess. And Yolan Globus, or whatever his name, however you pronounce his name, I apologize, sir. He instead says, "Mr. Zito, I'm watching the dailies of Invasion USA, and I love what I see. Here's $2 million more dollars." And this is back in '85. So $2 million is going to go quite a ways, and that's how this movie is so lusciously over the top.
Yes.
Yeah, but meanwhile, he's got a call going in after that to some other poor director going, we're cutting your budget by $2 million. But I was only getting $1 million anyway. Well, tough shit, make do.
Was this filmed
Make
the
do.
same time that He-Man was filmed?
Yeah. Sorry, you got $2 million less.
I found a good, cool website that has all the weapons in the movie. So if you're interested in all the weapons,
let's get into that.
You want to scroll through it, or
Before that, I'm very interested in the poster there because it shows that one of his guns is a cigarette lighter. At least that's what it looks like.
I almost fell off my chair hearing that one. Oh, that was good. 70s. Oh,
so here we go.
Right,
so Retro was right. Yeah, so it's an Uzi pistol.
Uzi
25 round magazine.
Yeah. Uzi.
Chuck gives everyone the good news where he knows, right? So
yeah.
He's at the holsters with the
I must
pistols,
admit, they do look good. Size isn't everything always, and those do look good.
Yeah. So he's got the dual Uzis. Yeah.
The question is though, how does he
rounds?
carry the shoulder launching rocket launcher whilst firing those? That's the difficult question.
Yeah.
What his back pockets for.
There's also a full size Uzi.
That's a full size.
Is that the one you
That's
fired?
That's what I shot. That's the one I fired, the full size.
That's gotta be fun.
Yeah. Small guns.
There was an M60. There was an M60 on there. The Mac 10. Oh, I got a story about that. The inventor of was the Mac 10? No, it wasn't. It was a different submachine gun.
I have a friend who's a woodworker.
The other submachine gun is an Ingram, which fires 45 caliber. And somebody once asked the inventor, I think his name was Stanley Ingram, why did you invent a gun like this? And it looks a lot like the Mac 10, except it doesn't have the extended barrel and cooling tube or silencer. I don't know what that is. Suppressor. Suppressor. Mad Mardigan is going to give me shit for that. It looks like a Cracker Jack box with a tiny barrel in the front and a long stick of 45 ammunition. And somebody asked him, what did you invent this thing for? He said, clearing a room full of surprised colonels.
Man, I couldn't even imagine trying to afford to shoot one of those for like a couple of hours.
You'd need a couple of hours today would cost you about $500.
Yeah, probably like $5,000 now, not $500.
Oh no! It's pistol ammunition, but it's still $75 to $1 a round.
Yeah, even not they go through like the cyclic rate on those is like what 100 rounds.
Oh no, more like 500 rounds a minute. 500 rounds a minute, at least.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're talking like. Yeah, a box of 59 mil right now is like $10 to $20 for 50.
I don't know where you shop, but no, but you're right. You're right. Shooting one of those things just for fun would cost you a lot of money.
It's a C note per clip. Just think of that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, my friend Harold was a woodworker. And he loved this movie, so he made a bunch of these. And I have it. Of course, I won't show anything like that on the YouTubes, but I still have it. It looks, made out of wood. You can't tell the difference. It was so good.
That's where the $2 million extra budget went. Chuck firing that off.
Yes.
Well, in this area, you could buy that ammo at Kmart.
Yes, you could.
Oh man!
Attention, Kmart shoppers! We're having a discount on.
Blue light special in the ammo department.
That's right.
Buy one, get a rocket launcher.
Oh, wait a minute. That was an AR-16. That was an F-16.
M16, right? Yeah.
An M16. Oh, man. AR-15, M16. Yes. The Mattel rifle.
This shot's been flipped because the receiver is on the wrong side. Yeah. People notice stuff like that. Yep. And then I guess this is a replica rifle. Yep.
Did you know that love means Chuck Norris never has to say he's sorry?
That makes sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've shot that Ruger.
Yeah, that's basically an AR-15 without all the cosmetics.
Right. That's the Ruger. Yeah. What do they call that thing? The Mini something. Mini 14.
Mini 14, yeah.
Mini 14. Yeah, that's the A-Team's gun was the Mini 14. Yep.
Yeah. I fired one of those.
I
Yeah.
haven't.
The
Wow,
never the A team could never hit anything. That's
Nobody could hit anything in the A team.
One of
Nobody ever
one
got
of the
hurt in the
terrorists has
A-team.
this rifle. Yeah, from
I love that
1898.
rifle.
Yeah.
Accurate
The
as
German.
fuck.
I have 2
Sure.
rifles based on it. That's the
I think
Mauser.
the Swiss K-31 will take that, but yeah, it's not bad. So there's
Look
quite a
at
very
all
bit of
those
weapons in this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
So they're very
1911
diverse. It's a very
A1.
very diverse movie.
It was.
Yeah.
That's the kind of diversity we can get behind.
Yes.
M1911 with a scope on the 1911. Yep.
Yeah. H&K.
M60.
M's. I told you.
There you go.
Yeah,
There's
it's there.
M60.
Yeah, M60 was on the Coast Guard cutter. Supposed Coast Guard cutter.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. Well, Arnold there. Chuck can fire that without a mount, though.
Oh, yeah, he fires that from the hip.
Yeah, they hired a lot. They hired all the, they had helicopter, hired the military to be in this movie, take part in the movie. So that's why it looks so good.
It's one of those
The
rare
Hueys
times
and
where no one could say, "Oh, this is very convenient for the movie." No, this stuff actually, a lot of it happened to actually be available for them to actually use.
Mark,
It was
back
more
up.
than just convenience.
You like the
M2.
Browning?
Yeah, the Browning.
the classic,
the Modus. That's a 50 caliber heavy machine gun. Oh, yeah. That's been around forever.
That'll rip through everything.
Chuck,
Oh, yeah.
Chuck dual wields those just with his hands.
No shoulder break.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
good.
wow,
That
all the
was really
weapons
damn
are-
good.
Yeah.
Oh, the bad cops. Yep. Yep.
Oh, the high standard. Man, there's an unreliable firearm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Looks
Damn.
cool though.
Jam.
Oh, yeah, it does.
They're the civilians. Yep. They got your side by
Like
side.
high
Oh,
points
dude,
for law
that
enforcement.
scene with the civilians where they are getting their kids on the bus. I was actually really like, how come they never showed the driver in that? Because I was like, when you first watched it, do you think to yourself, is the driver one of the bad guys? Because if so, that would be like, damn it, the parents really let their kids be taken off with one of the bad guys. But you never saw the driver's face, and luckily the driver ended up keeping the kids safe, so that works out still. But it definitely had me wondering.
Back up. That what I said. I've never seen a
The
movie
law.
with this popular. That's the law. The light anti-tank weapon. That's a shoulder-fired rocket, unguided. that is. I mean, come on. Chuck uses that. Both of the bad guys, both of the good guy and the bad guy have those at the end. Chuck wins.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler.
Spoiler. Yeah.
Even Charles Bronson was jealous.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, what did Bronson have in Death Wish? Did he have he did some kind of rocket launcher? Right?
Similar.
It wasn't the law, was it?
Similar, but I don't know exactly. What.
Of course,
Similar.
Rostov's got the grenade launcher on his M16. Yep.
Yes.
What's he got there? He's got
You want a bloop gun.
Oh, he's got
okay?
a pistol on that too, right?
That thing's huge. Jeez.
Yep.
Bad guy gets a special gun. Yep.
Chuck Norris is a gun.
Oh yeah, because Chuck picks up his gun. That's right. Yeah.
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 And he launched that son of a bitch. He launched him.
Yeah.
I love the shit out of that. And the guy makes a really awkward noise. I'm like, man, was he watching Cyborg right before he shot that scene? Seriously, it was like a
Don't mention
really
Cyborg.
weird-
My wife will be looking at Google Maps again.
Oh, damn.
That's a great website. I like that website. Wow.
Did
Very
you
cool.
guys-
Cat-
Anyways, back to tragic scene. Houses get blown up. Chuck Norris is waiting, and he's waiting. And these guys are like, oh shit, everyone's gonna hate us. And
Typical Friday night in the burbs. I mean, come on.
oh man, at this point in time, it could get that point, especially if the burbs are right outside of Chicago. Yeah, damn. Soon the suburbs are just gonna be mini Chirac now at the rate that they're going. I do.
Maybe they need a Soviet invasion.
Oh, Tuna Guy's got a really good comment. Said, I do regret not asking Zito about him being almost involved on Delta Force when it was going to be Norris and Bronson together. But it never happened as it began with Menaheim directing Norris and Marvin. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity, Tuna Guy. And he has talked to this director before. So go check out his channel, just as his namesake. He has talked to them. And I got to finally get away to get older because maybe the day we talk Missing in Action 2, somewhere down the line, it'd be glad to have him on it, pick his brain apart on these movies.
That is such a good movie.
Yeah, you damn right, dude. What a missed opportunity that was, and that's the thing because a lot of these movies were either Charles Bronson or Chuck Norris. But can you imagine, like
the team up of an epic?
It would probably be like that movie is the Expendables alone, just those two alone.
Yeah.
That is the Expendables, like. No disrespect to Stallone. Love Stallone and his team. But those two guys alone are a team.
Yeah.
Straight
Hold
up.
it. Where you going? Anywhere I want. I'm Chuck Norris.
That shit. I take it back. They weren't a team. Those two are a city of a wrecking crew. The damage those two can do, just them. Seriously, they would probably actually kill off all the crime in New York City in one night. They probably actually could. Like they could actually solve the crime, all of it, just by having those two do it. Seriously, tell me I'm wrong.
Now, let me make a suggestion. Let me ask a question. What would have happened if Chuck Norris had just wandered into Escape from New York? It's like I was on my way to Hoboken, but I got lost.
Okay, no. If Marvel had the comic book rights on a good day to Chuck Norris, they could have done a whole line of what if comics based on Chuck Norris. What if Chuck Norris was in Death Wish 3? What if Chuck Norris was in T2 Judgment Day? What if Chuck Norris was in Die Hard? Dude. What if Chuck Norris line of comics? I would have bought all of them straight up. I would bought all those issues.
What was it? That Disney Plus series, What If Season 2? All What If Chuck Norris was involved?
Yeah. What if Chuck Norris was in Showdown in Little Tokyo? Dude, my brain couldn't handle that. Brandon Lee, Dolph Lundgren, and Chuck Norris. I don't know, man.
Far too much testosterone.
The universe might end. It might be.
What if Chuck Norris got bit? What if Chuck Norris? No, Chuck Norris would have killed off the gamma radiation. That's the thing.
Yeah, that spider wouldn't have stood a chance.
They could have had Chuck Norris destroy the Infinity Stones before Thanos got them. He would just have to look at them; they would have melted.
Oh, this chat's having fun with that sushi.
Great one, Oswald.
Yeah, Phantom Outsider has the ultimate lineup: Kurt Russell, Chuck Norris, and Charles Bronson. There will be no survivors.
With those three, not only would you take out, not only could you make New York City, you could kill off every dictatorship in the world currently going on with those three. Yeah. There'd be no such thing as dictators.
I'm now busy trying to think of the most unrealistic movie for Chuck Norris to be in ever, like some art house thing or intellectual drama. What's the most, or The Sound of Music? You see him bursting over the hill. Chuck Norris is Mary Poppins.
With the sound of
Wolfen line.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, the hills are alive with the sound of gunfire.
Kidding, his spider would get Chuck Norris powers. That's a great one, Das Wolfen.
The super soldier formula would be the Chuck Norris formula. It would be renamed to the Chuck Norris formula. Absolutely. Yeah. Iron Man armor
looking
would
good
wear
there.
Iron Man armor would wear Chuck Norris as its suit of armor.
There's no way.
Anyone remember those little TVs? You know, they used to cart around. You know, sometimes you're lucky at color. Look at that. That was our iPhone back then with the TV on it with an antenna. Oh, those are the days, yeah.
Dude. So we had a great line where he was at that strip club where the guy's trying to give him Flaffer just checking the place out, and he cracks the bottle in his hand. He's like, "You want to run by that me again?"
Yeah. I'm not. No, I didn't get that. You want to run that by me again? Crunch.
Oh, fucking hilarious. Oh, of course, Chuck has to look at a strip club. It's the most Florida. See, this was Florida Man before Florida Man. I'd argue this
Yeah.
movie was like the prequel to Florida Man. Chuck Norris was Florida Man.
Well,
That's
Chuck
it.
Norris wrestled alligators. Of course, he was Florida Man.
Yeah.
Florida men are all aspiring to be Chuck Norris. They just fail.
You know what? This all makes sense now about Florida Man. The whole concept now of Florida Man makes sense. They
Yes.
all saw Invasion USA, and they've been inspired for 30 something years, 95. They've been inspired now for 28 years to match what Chuck Norris did, and they're still trying.
Yes.
Damn.
But they
Now
never.
that's
But they
Go ahead.
never will.
No, oh God, no. You cannot. No matter how many alligators you wrestle, no matter how many snakes pop out of your toilet, they just ain't gonna freaking. It ain't gonna happen, man. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate your enthusiasm, your energy, but it ain't gonna happen. But dude, this guy, he freaking pushed it just because of his hair. I was like, wow, this guy was a bitch really quick. He's like, my head. She's like, I didn't know. Well, yeah, actually, this is one of those times where this is a rare Toxic Tuesday moment, but the lady was right. How's she supposed to magically know about his hand? How the fuck is she supposed to magically know about his hand until he shows up and he's like, beat it. And dude, I laughed his ass. He's like, my hand. And I like how freaking they try getting a dude who looks like a freaking pro wrestler, and Chuck Norris kicks him, and he's never
Looks like
to
he's
do
pooping,
anything again. He never does anything to him again. Oh man, and he has. If you come back in, I'll hit you with so many rights. You'll be begging for a left.
Yeah. That is a Chuck Norris line.
Oh,
I love that.
That's funny, isn't it? Yeah, it is good.
And he kills him, brings in the big guy. The big guy just he's done for right away. Oh, damn. What a fucking amazing is. I love that shit so much. You're beginning to irritate me. Oh,
This
we
is
get
an
Darius
S tier.
Munchausen with a
This
$3.
is an absolute S tier Chuck Norris film.
Yes. Darius Munchausen for a $3 super sticker, and he gives the horns. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You came at a good point because Chuck Norris is done waiting, and he's now ready to take kick names and take asses. This is where we are at now in their lives.
Is he chewing bubble gum too, or?
Oh, dude, he never runs out of bubble gum. Dude, look at that guy. Seriously, he's got like man got swole, but you know what, man? That ain't gonna be enough when it comes to Chuck because he's fucking.
He's still got tiny hands.
Yep. What are you gonna do now?
You're beginning to irritate me. Yeah.
He's Matt Hunter. What a name.
Yep.
Hunter.
Now, are we going to discuss the sequel to this movie or no?
Independence Day?
No.
No,
The Dukadoff film, the Michael Dukadoff film that came out after this.
Oh, I never actually saw that. But go ahead.
But we'll just. I'll throw it in the private chat, and if you want to view it later throughout the year, that'd be great.
Okay. I never seen it because, well, it happens. Chuck Norris.
Oh, it says, Chuck Norris turned it down.
This, tell Roslov it's time to die. I was saying where he says it twice, but then until the third time, he alters it with just 2 words with "it's time." fucking Chuck. Man, what a guy, Matt Hunter. Do you think Chuck came up with that name, or do you think the scriptwriter came up with that name?
I think
Should have called him
scriptwriter-
Love Hunter would have been a better name.
I love where the guy gets rid of the hand grenade
Just in the car.
Yeah.
in the Cadillac.
Yeah. No loitering drugs, it said there. You don't want drugs to loiter. That's true.
Nick, you should dress like the guy with the red tank top and those sweet white slacks.
Oh, dude. Oh.
There's the mall cop here.
Molko.
Next meetup, Nick. Next meetup.
Oh.
Any second now, the Terminator's going to come crashing through that plate glass window.
Oh, dude, yeah, like it's a 2000.
That would be a good crossover.
Chuck
I mean,
Norris.
Chuck up against the Terminator would have been good.
Oh, it would have been such a... See, that would have been actually the reason why there would need to be a Terminator 3, because Chuck Norris would have been the villain.
Ooh.
That would have been the real T3.
There could have been a Terminator 3 if Chuck Norris was in the universe.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been Terminator 1, no T2, no T3.
Chuck Norris is
Chuck
the
Norris
universe. He is the universe.
Yeah.
He is.
He's all knowing.
Well, he's already been told he's too late to save the day here, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna go there anyway.
How did he know to go to this mall, guys? Was that just one of the scenes?
No,
that
he
was cut out. Or?
Yeah, he got it out
Or
of
did I
the
miss that?
out of the guy with the knife in his hand.
Yeah.
And then the guy
okay,
says to him, "You're too late. I was already supposed to be there." And
I
he's
got
like,
you, I got
"Okay,
you.
well then I'll hurry."
And this thing, kind of connects to a line he talks about later on, is that no matter how many incidents he solves, there's ones he doesn't solve, because for everyone he does, he gets done, there's something else going on. That is, man, you want to talk about a damn see, once again, Invasion USA. This was a damn takeover. And Florida was the starting ground because it was convenient for them to get started there with that area. So, damn. Thank you, Chuck, for your service. It only took 28 years for people to thank you for what you did in this movie, and it may be a movie, but we're still freaking thankful. At least I am. I'm thankful. Maybe you guys aren't, but
I think they're very
I'm
clever in invading at Christmas, though, because it's too freaking hot in the summer in Florida. So they're doing everyone a favor by invading in winter.
Like, hey, that way, in case we blow up your house, you can find somewhere warm to go, and yet you'll actually want to be warm. So we're actually doing you a favor by destroying everything, but making sure you have a place that's still fairly comfy to get you.
So in the pantheon of mall destroying movies, where does this fall? Is it better or worse than Blues Brothers?
It's not as good as Blues Brothers
not as
because
good as
this
Blues
mall
Brothers.
doesn't have
No, it's
everything.
Okay, hold on. Is this scene where the mall gets waxed? Is this better than the scene in the Blues Brothers where they wax?
Well,
mall?
that's what I'm asking. Yeah, and where does it fall in the pantheon of those movies?
It's
if-
close.
against the
It's
Blues
up
Brothers?
there, but it's not as good as the Blues Brothers, though.
I disagree. I hard disagree with that. I think this movie has one of the best scenes of urban destruction, and that mall scene is fantastic with it. They step up from the Blues Brothers because no, they're not wrecking 10,000 cop cars, but they are absolutely unloading ordnance in a film with extras and stunt people, and it's choreographed, and people paid money
I
for
agree.
this.
Having
They were
watched it again,
hell on the customers, but I think the Blues Brothers chase scene through the mall did more damage to the mall
Yeah,
in
but
the
they
same
weren't
way that
using
this movie
guns.
did more damage to the subdivision.
There was no guns involved in the Blues Brothers one. This one is, as Bruce says, this one shot the shit out of it as well as using vehicles.
Yeah,
But you got the charm of the Blues Brothers, though, so that
the
that's
soundtrack
just
of
that
Blues
scene.
Brothers might
Oh my
elevate
God.
that.
I think
I can
Return
hear
of
the
the Li-
music right now.
Return
Yes,
of the Living
so
Dead
can I.
did a fairly good job too, but in a more zombie.
I was thinking the same things.
You got us in this parking lot, pal. Now you get us out. You want out of this parking lot?
Oh,
Okay.
oh look, wait a minute, Blues Brothers. Oh look, they're having a sale.
So,
I think this edges out the Blues Brothers mall scene. I really do.
I gotta disagree with you there.
I think there's a case to be made
I
for
love
that.
the Blues Brothers ball scene. They and the cops just absolutely tear
Tier
that
one
place
imports.
up. And the thing that's funny about the Blues Brothers is it's all inadvertent. They're not trying to destroy a mall. These guys are trying to destroy a mall, except when they leave, most of it is still standing.
Yeah.
All right, Action Com has this great question. It says, "I want to ask everyone about, do you ever chase somebody down and give them back their package?" I have seen variations like that at grocery stores, not a particular mall, but I've seen that happen where people will forget. I've seen a lady forget her purse, and I'll see a customer run up like, "Hey, you forgot your purse." I've seen stuff like that. Now I don't know where you're from, Action Com, but maybe it could have something to do with the area that I live in. I'm in the super suburbs, so I guess you could say that stuff actually does happen, and people see and they do give it back. I one time actually left my key behind that to use to get to a laundromat facility in my area, and no one took the key. They just left it there for me to reclaim when I came back a few hours later. I was shocked. So I guess you could say I'm in an area with, I guess you could say, mostly good Samaritans per se. But obviously, if I had lost that key in like Chicago or even a suburb next to Chicago, oh yeah, I would have never gotten my key back. I would have been screwed. I probably would have owed hundreds of dollars. So to me, depending on where you're from, this scene does or does not make sense depending where you're from. That's how I see it.
But what doesn't make sense for me is why the security guard then starts chasing after him.
Well, because the guy is running away from a man who's trying to give him his bag back.
Yeah.
And the security guard goes, "Hey, that's suspicious."
Yep.
Because in this mall, it is. If somebody leaves their Christmas present behind and somebody goes, "Hey, sir, you left your present behind," he should go, "Oh, thank you," and come back and get it. And when he's running away, the security guard goes, "Wait a minute, that's not right." I mean, it takes him a while.
I have to say, I do admire Canon's product placement in this movie, though. They got the Nissan in there. I wonder if there was any sponsors they failed to get in, like they did with Over the Top.
You got Ford with your '66 Mustang there.
They paid them, but didn't put them in the movie.
All right, I'm gonna bring this so we can look at
Take
this.
care,
This
Doc
is
Bolton.
courtesy of Magic Poop from the Legion of Memers. How are you, sir? Thank you for this wonderful meme here. I think I'm trying to get a closer zoom, but it's not really giving me that good of a zoom. I see 70s down there, red shirt. I see Mark, and there's Dustin. Okay, yeah, I figured that. All right. And I don't know what country that says. I'm just gonna assume it's some country ending in Anistan for the case of
Wankistan, I think. Wankistan.
It's like Nick and John Wick had a baby.
Yeah. It looks like Samuel L. Jackson in the background in the tank, but who's in the tank? Never mind. There's another one, I think, another release. The Kraken's done another one. There's another meme.
Oh, there's another one? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Let me dig for it.
Release the McCracken.
Do it.
Oh, let's hold on. Oh, dude. Oh, this is badass. Oh, dude.
Never wanted that pickup truck back then, too. That Nissan that was popular. Yeah.
All right.
You
Let's see
gotta
what you
show
did,
Pickup truck is
McCracken. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to try. I'm going to dive in a little deeper so I can make it big. I succeeded.
Good
You
luck
can
with
see how much
that.
bigger I made it.
It's huge.
Huge.
Invasion USA. Release the McCracken.
That's great.
That actually looks
Very well done.
pretty good.
I'd pay to go see that movie with Nick in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd download that. I'd download that for free off the internet.
Yeah.
That time, I heard you coming.
Oh.
I'm I'm so glad we watched that movie.
I'm so glad you clipped that movie.
Thank you.
That's what I like.
Oh, if there's ever like a version where it's like a Toxic Tuesday revisited, that's gonna have to definitely be one of those movies
up
that
there,
we
right? Yeah.
revisit. Oh, that's probably a number
Yeah.
one on the list.
Buster Butker.
All right,
And this
let
was
me-
Whoopi Goldberg. I was reading too was supposed to be in this movie as the reporter.
Yep.
yes,
You guys-
she was supposed to
that's-
be in here.
That would have been kind of interesting, I think.
And Chuck vouched for her. That's the funny part.
Yeah,
Chuck was the
Chuck
one
was
who
pushing
vouched for
for
her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if that will happen today, but it did happen.
Well, a quote I found was says Norris wanted the role of female journalist to be played by Whoopi Goldberg, who'd been an extra on A Force of One. Goldberg
didn't
was
know that.
enthusiastic. She'd recently been cast in The Color Purple. However, the director overruled Norris. You're not allowed to do that. Needless to say, I've never used that director again, wrote Norris later.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Nick
this is
Vision
our film,
USA.
isn't it?
Why are you making that sound like a good time? I would just show up with a bunch of pizza, a lot of alcohol, a lot of comic books, and a lot of toxic male movies, and it would be great. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
it's because it's me, but I supported Nick Vision because I would try to make sure everyone has those things in their. Oh, hey, look at that shot! The way that's posed. Go back to no
I'll
that
go back.
that was
Go
a
back.
grove shot. Yeah, that was a grove shot.
I
Hmm.
love that.
Oops.
That was
Grabbing
really
on for dear life.
this scene here really is well done.
Oh yeah, no, I love this scene. This scene is fucking awesome to see. I love seeing Chuck. I'm a good sucker for a chase scene. That's one of my favorite forms of like action scene is the chase scenes because it's like cars are naturally dangerous just to drive, like period. Even just as a normal, even if you're a grandma driver, it's still like as fun as it is, it can still be a dangerous thing. This is what happens when you're like, oh shit, like if anything freaking goes wrong, like this is fucking it. And I love how not only do they get to go back in their car, but the dude literally drops the ball. He dropped the ball and shit went south. I was like, wow, they dropped the ball on that. And they deserve to explode. To be fair, let's be real here. Oh, this is an interesting comment. The guy says, I do remember asking Zito about Whoopi Goldberg, but I think you recall never objected to the idea of Goldberg in the film. You know,
Probably didn't even
Who
think about
knows?
it.
Yeah. Who knows?
I'm still
I
not
mean-
seeing anything in this movie that doesn't look like a normal Friday night out in Central Florida.
That's what I mean.
But,
70s.
I don't get it. Is there supposed to be some kind of invasion going on here? I don't get it. It just looks
This
like
was the prequel to Florida Man. It was the
This is
prequel.
pre-J.
Yeah, this was like, okay, everyone got inspired by Chuck Norris in Florida, and they've been playing catch up for 28 years. That's what's happening here. That's why Florida is the way it's been the last few years. Maybe I'll have to get a hold of
38 years.
Oh yeah, oh shit, yeah, you're right, 38, yeah,
It's all right. I skip over the 2000s too, man.
yeah. Oh man, I you know, I'll take my 2000s. Can I do something about those 2010s? Man, I feel like the 2010s were a lot rougher. At least that was like now everything is so well centralized. All right, I'm not even gonna go in there because that's gonna go into a whole other rabbit hole. I do not want to go down. We want to keep this about invasion.
You want to go
USA.
into that hole?
But dude,
That's not a bonus hole.
He shot this guy in the balls 3 times. He probably shot off his nuts and what remained of the whole of the sack after.
one for each nut and
Maybe
one for luck.
Ball 1, ball
one
2,
for luck.
and then the hanging, sagging skin of the open ball. Boom.
He got the meat and 2 veg.
I absolutely am going to rate this movie in the high 90s for toxicity.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
This movie is so good.
Our man's is like, you're the glue that holds it together. You know what? And that shows you once again how expendable his minions were. It was really ultimately just about a few guys, like every other leadership. And once again, shows you how gullible dudes can be. They hear about some great big dream that sounds too good to be true, and that's probably what he pitched to them. Probably pitched them about a perfect world where they could have everything that they want, and really, it's about what those guys want. That's how these things work, man. Rostov is in it for himself. Maybe one or two guys get a little something on the side from it, but really, it's about himself. He don't care about anyone. He's just trying to act like to his little minions that, hey, yeah, guys, we you all benefit from it too. Because once again, why I hate when people fall for the supervillain tactic, because we're seeing the supervillain tactic play out in real time, and people are fake, as if we have not had 800 examples of books, movies, even cartoons and TV shows. Oh, actually, guy had a lot of bombs.
Well, not in the end. He didn't. No. He started out with a lot of bombs.
Past tense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You got a feel for him.
He did had.
Even if it's a villain, that makes you cringe.
Oh, this is the original ending. It's not afraid. Oh, dude. Well, that you know what? I'm glad you mentioned it, because that was something that, even though it was to me just an average movie, The Last Blood from Rocky, that tackled the concept to obviously not to as much of an extent, but Rocky had the anti-traffic. So not Rocky, Rambo.
Rocky and Last Blood would have been good if Sly had decided to mix it up a bit.
I like how as he literally passes a bunch of people, they're literally in his car, and he's just driving past them. Oh, dude, this is another guy who gets shot in the dick. Or no, he didn't get shot in the dick.
I think he does.
I wish he did. Did he? I don't think he does. Well, good shot by Norris, though. No, sorry, not Norris. Matt Hunter. What a name, Matt Hunter.
Okay, we've been on this stream for an hour and 26 minutes, and Nick is still trying to maneuver around his amazing engorged penis, trying to get that name out. Matt Hunter. He's like, I love this name. My God, it makes me so stiff.
It does. I admit it. I'll admit it.
I love the gloves are the finishing touch, though. I think I love the gloves, the black gloves.
Well, it's for sticky situations. What can I say? That guy was just like, Matt Hunter.
Hat Munter. Chuck Norris's Hat Munter. That would have been a better.
These lines here. I feel like this was his most Dirty Harry scene in the movie.
Yeah.
This was his Dirty Harry moment in the flick.
Yep.
I'm just saying. I repeat, stay off the street. They're not safe. I actually thought they were gonna get away with the church bombing, and the fact that only Chuck Norris could prevent that from happening. I still laugh at this scene.
Yeah.
He gets up on the roof. They don't know how, but because he's Chuck Norris, you roll the fact that he found his way on the roof and got the butt, and then he just hands it back. He's really nice about it too. Like, look how sentimental he was about it. He's up on that roof that's above their roof. He's like, hey guys, look at this. I was like, oh, that's really nice. He's really thoughtful. You gotta get to him. He's really thoughtful in this movie. He's like, hey, guys, look. I was like, oh, how nice.
He's now looking for someone else's balls to blow off.
Well,
he's found his modus operandi, and he's going to use it.
Matt Hunter had a soft spot, is what happened. And this movie proved he had a soft spot. He saw that they forgot something, and he brought it back to them.
So this is an Episcopalian church. Well, they deserved it, those bastards. Splitters.
Well, I'm trying to think what his words were. Oh, didn't work. His words were, didn't work, huh? Now it will.
Now it will.
Hey, Clobber Times is here.
Clobby, it's been a long time since you've been on Toxic. We gotta get you back on soon. We gotta get you back on, sir. If you want to come on from Way of the Dragon or Hard Target, let me know, man. I'd love to have you back on. You're overdue, sir. I don't care if I'm with you on Mead twice a week and the comic shop. We gotta get you back on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Chuck. Well, no, but Chuck has Spider-Man powers. He's got, he just leaped onto the roof, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
grab
was
the
a
suitcase,
canon
gets up
film and had
and gets on the roof,
Spider-Man.
right?
Mrs. Redshirt
Look,
at this
he's
point in
using
the
the
film,
web shooter to shoot it down.
Mrs. Redshirt at this point of the film said, "How did Chuck Norris get that bomb without any of them seeing it while they were all staring at the church?" I said,
somebody in the chat
"Because he's
mentioned
Chuck
that.
Norris."
That's right.
With the
There's
single
another
leaf
Chuck
Chucks
Norris
on the
fact.
roof.
Mhm.
With a single leaf Chucks on the roof.
And he didn't leap on the roof. He made the roof leap under him.
Yeah.
Oh. But once again, though, he was very thoughtful, and he said, "Hey guys, I'm just returning your item. You left this behind at the door. Maybe it fell out of your pockets."
Hang on, this scene. We have no meat or fresh meat or vegetables today, but we got a shit ton of rocket launchers and ammunition.
Yeah.
So come on in.
We have
Don't limit everyone to
Uzis.
12 rocket launchers each today. Your limit is 12.
We have Uzis here. You may
Uzis.
not get your produce, but you get your Uzis, and they're 9 millimeters long. Uzi for Matt Hunter. Arnold's probably actually kind of jealous that he got to be in a movie where his name was Matt Hunter.
Remember the TV show Hunter?
I
With
love
Fred,
that.
Fred
Oh,
Dwyer?
I
That was
never
a great
saw
show.
it.
Oh, that's a great show to watch.
Oh my
Hunter.
god, that was a 80s staple.
Oh,
Yes.
so good. Try to
Maybe
find
I
it on
need
Tubi or something. You would enjoy it. Yeah. I wonder if
need-
Hunter was after this. The TV show must have been after this. I'm
think it was
assuming,
after.
but I
I
wonder.
think so.
About the same time that 86, 87, if I remember right.
Facts.
Drug shop.
Facts.
Get your
Drug
drugs
shop.
here.
Yep.
Get your-
Chuck Norris
Headshot.
fact right there from Soul Assassin.
That's right.
Chuck Norris, guys. Wait for it. Chuck Norris is the science.
He wrote the laws of physics.
Rick Hunter ran from 84 to 91.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
So
That's
simultaneous.
that's a lengthy run.
Yeah, 152 episodes.
Mm.
Whoa.
Pretty good
And
show.
Look at the
It's a
butcher
multiverse.
with the shotgun, right? He's just got that at the ready, right?
Mhm.
Where did he pull that shotgun out from? The butcher?
Because everybody's got a shotgun behind the counter in a store
Everybody's
in
strapped.
Florida.
Everyone's back.
Everyone's strapped.
Florida man, yeah.
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 Just
Just
think what
as
it would be
well.
like today.
There could be an invasion at any moment, so you need to be.
That's a
Well, this
really
day and age,
good
they do it in
clip.
California, there'd be no resistance.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, okay. Like, hey, guys, there's a street over there. If you poo all over it, someone will clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they would do in San Francisco. There'd be
I
no
think I'd like
resistance.
to try that then, just to see if it worked. It's a new form of tourism. That's what they're gonna encourage people to experience new things that you've never done before.
You see, there's a ton of new shit you'll see every day.
That's right.
Get it? A ton of new shit.
Oh, wait a minute, Nick, that deserves an award all by itself.
Go back one. Go back one.
Go back
two
one,
slides,
yeah.
sir.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right there. That's probably the reason why Whoopi Goldberg was not brought on here, because she looks fine in a yellow dress like that.
Mm.
Yep.
Just
And
gonna say.
And these are some of the best. These are some of the best lines Chuck got. I mean, he says to her, "Well, you said do something," and she says, "Do something else." He says, "I better leave," and he says, "I better leave before you get mad."
That is a
Watch her mad.
toxic
He literally
line.
saved her life.
It is.
Like
That's
I
a
said,
very
it's
toxic
floor
line.
so high.
Well, it's just like in Hitman. Well, stop bringing your ass over here. He doesn't say many toxic lines, but when he does,
Yep.
it's a very toxic line. It,
Yep.
it,
Yep,
it
yep.
kind of balances out the equation almost when he has that one very toxic line, and she just finishes like, "Great." I could hear the Karen in the voice too. Even though she's not a bad character in the movie. She's just a reporter who's trying to get ahead of the press. But I can hear the Karen of that rape because she just sees him as just some cowboy guy. But you know what's the best feature of Chuck Norris in the movie? That's not the gloves. That's not the guns. That's not the beard. And it's
The
not
sexy
the
denim.
dude. The tight, no, not just the pants, but the tightness. I could feel he's just ready to bust out of those pants. They're so tight on him that he looks like he's ready for his body to fly out of those pants. How do you contain so much man in those pants? We always
an armadillo in your trousers.
That's pre-war denim.
Some of us have that problem, Nick. I know.
I think we need to call up Brandon Lee to have a reevaluation about the whole you have the basic Arcina man and say, you know what, maybe we need to get a second look here at Chuck in Invasion USA. And then Brandon can be the truest judge of that. Because Brandon might have second thoughts. You know,
that's some industrial zipper shit right there, holding that thing back.
Yeah.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
It's like what has 182 teeth and holds back a
I don't know. I just like, dude, he roundhouse kicks in these jeans, man. Seriously. He fucking the moves he does in those pants.
It's stretched denim right there.
Oh, my face hurts.
That's some high quality shit, man. Those are some dungarees.
Oh, I just see some outlandish yellow dress. I just see that's the 80s. It's just like you can pay attention to her or you can pay attention to his denim jeans. Now,
this is the kids. This is the kids going off to a day out at Disney.
Now, how many of you guys thought that? How many of you guys thought there was a bad guy in this bus?
I did.
I didn't.
I thought so. Yeah.
I was thinking like, why are they just load up the kids and the parents are staying behind? I was just confused by the situation.
I don't trust the driver.
That's what I mean.
Well, they never showed. That's the thing. They never showed the driver, as I recall.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. I didn't recall them showing
Not a
the
single
driver at all.
supervising adult on this bus at all.
There was no supervision in the 80s.
No,
It was one of the kids. One of the kids was driving the bus. That's true.
Yeah, the oldest kid was driving. It's fine.
Your turn today, Jimmy.
well, that's gotta hurt. Ouch.
But I got no legs. So drive, you wimp, or we'll taunt you.
A second time.
A second time.
I like how they're still doing road work in the middle of this stuff.
I know. That's
How did Chuck?
This is union work, you know.
How did Chuck know from the distance that they had done something to specifically that bus?
Because he's got eyes like an eagle.
Does Chuck have like
an
spider senses that? Like, because I was like, he detected danger from a mile away, basically, and he just headed straight for that bus.
Can you tell me why they're so interested in blowing this bus up though when they've got a war to win?
Freaking chaos.
They're morale.
Wouldn't it be
they're
better
trying
just
to
blow up a gas station or something? I don't know.
Well, that's only in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is a joke or if this is actually true. But
No, it's true.
Action jeans were special elastic denim slacks allowed for sweat.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty certain.
Stretch denim.
That sounds like a joke from the Babylon Bee. Is what that sounds like.
Those jeans certainly got a lot of action, that's for sure.
Well, they needed to
Inside and out,
right?
It got action inside and out. It had a freaking anaconda to contain from the inside.
Yeah. Chuck Norris action jeans. Yeah.
Here comes another great line.
Oh,
did you lose this? Boom.
The art of manual.
I was waiting for Chuck to do this and jump onto the car, right? I was waiting for him to do that.
I love that movie.
Chuck Norris action genes. Forgive me for showing the poisonous site that is Reddit, but that's where
No, this is exceptional time.
That's awesome.
The fact that
they
this was a thing.
won't bind your legs. Doesn't say anything about the stuff between your legs. Though.
No.
I don't appreciate you mansplaining this to me.
So, Century Martial Arts Supply Inc. in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Father's Day is coming up, everyone. So make sure
yeah.
you get your dad what he really wants. These Chuck Norris action jeans are the greatest. They have a stretch fit. They have a lot of leg room, and they do help out with the boys.
That's right. They have a unique hidden gusset which allows greater movement without binding or ripping, because we all know how bad ripping is. We don't
What
want
about
to rip.
chafing? Any chafing?
No chafe. It doesn't say
Like,
anything
I'm
about
not just gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob. Blowjob's not that gay.
Wow.
Chuck Norris made the only
disagree,
jean.
but-
Chuck Norris made the only jeans that are not like a cheap hotel, because most jeans in a cheap hotel have no ballroom.
Now, Chuck couldn't save the kids at this amusement park, though, so it was fair.
Did anybody else have like the magazine? Somebody mentioned Fat Elvis mentioned like the Black Belt magazine. Did anybody ever else have that and not give a shit about the articles? They just looked at all the like the karate shit they had for sale. You get all the nunchucks,
Oh,
and
God,
butterfly
yeah.
knives and shit. That's
Those
what I
are
want.
cool.
Stars.
The stars,
Yeah, the
throwing
tiny-
stars, right?
I remember you used to get throwing stars at truck stops.
Yeah, real ones.
Yeah, I think they're
Dude.
illegal now, which doesn't make any sense.
I'm not.
Well, they're very
opposed to the
difficult to
idea.
make, of course.
Well, no, people tend to hit the wrong thing with throwing stars.
The non-throwing ones are still legal, but the throwing ones are illegal.
I was using I had some in my bed. I was throwing in my bedroom, and I had like a target on the wall, and then I missed the wall the target. That's like you're paying for that sheetrock, fixing that sheetrock. Like, oh,
Yes,
crap.
and your mother's funeral.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, and
Very
your
sad
mother's
day.
funeral.
Guys, I'm
She's
just
lying
saying,
on the floor in a pool of blood. Hey, these
can't-
things work.
I'm not opposed to this idea here from Pinochet's helicopter tours. Action
I'm sorry,
jeans should
yeah.
be required uniform for Toxic Tuesday. I'm just saying.
Oh God, they're using flying saucers as well. I'd forgotten about that. They're using flying saucers, the terrorists.
Well,
Well, there was an Invasion USA movie in the
Well, that's the movie from the 50s. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that movie is. That's a famous one. Anyway,
Versus the
Cla-
flying saucers, isn't it?
crashes into
Yeah.
the Capitol. Yeah, but also I was looking up. There's also an Invasion USA from the 50s. So it's more
That's-
like
that's
it's
right,
about the
yeah.
Soviet Union. Yeah.
It's more
But
of a
this is-
science fiction thing. Yeah.
And Jonah Heck says, "My friend in high school missed and hit his brother. We had to take him to the hospital. Ouch." Yeah.
Holy shit, bitch. Damn. I like how he's just sitting there in bed and he knows what he's planning, and they just come up and he's just like, yeah, okay. Because obviously we know he's playing a setup, but just the fact that he's just so calm and cool about it.
See,
I love it. And he's watching good shows.
I'd like to see Chuck smash this television because he's good at that. He was great
Oh,
at
dude.
it in missing in action.
I've actually smashed a bubble TV, and when I did, it was so
Well,
damn
it's a vacuum
loud.
tube, basically. It's
You gotta
Yeah,
watch out. You get
implodes.
electrocuted with those. Yeah.
Implodes.
But
Stores a lot of energy.
that's the reason that nunchucks are better than throwing stars, because throwing stars you usually hurt somebody else, but nunchucks you usually hurt yourself.
Yeah, right.
So
you
they
try to
were
use
they
them.
were
Yeah.
self-teaching.
Yeah.
I think that is. It's not. Well,
Yep.
yeah, it's
That
the
nonsense,
original.
right.
It's the original
Yeah.
Invasion USA.
The
Yeah,
one
that's
that
what I went to watch today on Amazon. I went to click on it. I was like, oh, it's only 99 cents to rent. Oh, wait, this is a different movie.
Flying saucers. Chuck wouldn't use. Chuck Norris wouldn't use nunchuck. He wouldn't use the stars. He would use flying saucers, real ones. That's more his style.
Yeah, that's how he plays frisbee.
That's right. He uses flying saucers. 1952 film Invasion USA, starring Dan O'Hurley is the only guy I've heard of that's in it.
How
Well,
would you feel?
what confused me, though, with that movie is it had Chuck Norris listed on it. So I was like, okay, that's the one. Then I clicked the preview. And it was
You
like,
watched the whole thing.
No, I watched it. I just watched the preview of it, just like the trailer. And I'm like,
Oh wait, there is a connection though, because the tagline for the original Invasion USA is "It will scare the pants off you."
Oh,
if they're stretched denim, yes.
Oh, damn.
I mean, it's got similarities in the plot.
Nico was easy.
It's just
Now
this
it's your
alien-
turn. One night, you close your eyes, and when they open, I'll be there. It'll be time to die. He says the second time with the time to die part. But when it comes to number 3, he only says it halfway. Only halfway. But the fact that, can you imagine if we lived in a world where Chuck Norris was going on television to confront a bad guy? I'm trying to imagine what that would be like. How would I respond? Yeah, some guy with a beard, and he's telling some bad guy that he's gonna kill him on TV. I just it sounds so crazy. It's just the thing that was just a normal broadcasting in this movie. And the fact that he goes to jail,
the shirt.
and he doesn't get a jail uniform. He gets unbuttoned, and he friggin' still gets a little.
his shirt's finally given up. His shirt's given up.
Gave up.
God damn it! I'm done.
Oh.
No one can contain this chest. God damn you all to hell, denim makers.
Now this is where it gets into a little bit of the the stuff from the last few years, which we don't want to go too heavily on, I'm sure. But yeah, we're you can get let's say there's a curfew and you can't go anywhere, right?
I like how they're dropping it right over where it's just like the military.
Yeah.
Now, is this meant to be the center where all the governors are gathered? Because that's what you would do when you were trying to counter an invasion. You'd get all the state governors together. You wouldn't get, actual. You'd get all 50 states. Bring your governors here.
Well, in Chuck Norris' world, this happens.
What are they going to do?
What would your fearless leader do? 70s.
My fearless leader, he would certainly he'd be the one doing the terrorism.
Oh yeah,
Castro's alleged son.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'd be landing on the beaches in Florida. Yeah, with red colored socks. No, he wouldn't have the
best movie. Justin asked. You know what? We're gonna discuss that at the end. I think there's definitely a good debate to be had there on that. But damn it, what was I gonna mention about this damn freaking movie?
It only gets 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb. It can't be his best.
Well,
I'm just kidding. None of them get above 5.5. It's not that we love them, but IMDb's never going to give them.
I don't care what IMDb is.
I know exactly. That's why I'm laughing about it.
They're posers.
That's why I'm laughing about
it.
That's got to be horrible coffee these guys are getting served. Look at the thermos here like that.
Like spilling
this
all
is
over
way
the
before Starbucks. Yeah.
Captain, have fun. Change that today. Straight up. How you doing, bud? But change that today.
It is one of his most fun movies. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get to that at the near end, but no, straight up, man. This movie is it's a bazooka of a movie, and there's so many, not just the bazookas that they shoot, the bazookas in their pants, the bazookas that come from both sides of the aisle,
and the bazooka Joe chewing gum, a bubble gum they're using as well.
Man, his zipper must have been made of vibranium, dude.
You want to know what's the biggest difference between freaking Rostov's gang and the gang in Death Wish 3's gang? Death Wish 3's gang actually had compassion. You want to know how I know?
They killed the giggler!
That's right. They cried. They wept over the giggler.
They wept over the giggler, man.
Chuck Norris doesn't use Bazooka Joe bubblegum. He uses a real bazooka.
Dude, seeing this shootout, I love how everyone they're all just so after everything, like they're so cheerful. Like, yeah, we killed a bunch of guys. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Like, is this so fucking
Yippee-ki-yay.
American?
Oh, different movie.
Oh, yeah. Shit. You didn't hear us say that. Do not sue. And yes, Keto, thank you, Dustin. Guys, for those who, if you know, aren't somehow a physical media guy, you should be. But in case you are not, this movie is on the Roku app, and this is one of the best parts about the Roku app, the actual Roku app, not the system, but the actual app.
Yep.
Their ads are few and far between.
I think there were 4 total.
Yeah, there's like this movie's like an hour and 45. There's like 3 or 4. They're very spread out, sporadic, unlike where it's like Peacock, where it's like every freaking 10 minutes. But don't get me wrong, you know, when I've used Peacock, I'll take it to save money, but it's just really annoying because Roku's app, it's very spread out. It is stretched thin and nice.
Yeah, that's not. I use Tubi a lot. You know, Tubi.
Tubi, okay. So
Very few
how
ads on
loaded
that.
was it on Tubi?
I don't know if this is on Tubi. I mean, I've got a copy anyway, and digital copy anyway. But
look how resourceful our chat is.
Pluto's pretty good too.
I watched it on Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto's pretty good. But
chat
Tubi,
knows.
Pluto, Roku, they're all great. There's tons of great stuff to watch out on all those. for
Dude,
very
what I
little
like
effort.
with the Roku app, when I was watching this on there, I was like, dude, there's a lot of movies I had forgotten about. Like I'd forgotten about what's that one? I think it was Universal Soldier.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
dude, I haven't watched that in a long time. We gotta do
That's a
that for
good one,
Toxic
too, yeah.
Tuesday someday.
yes,
And we will,
absolutely.
because
Jean-Claude
that's
Van
Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren.
You've
Yeah,
got to
no,
buy
it's
that.
great.
So, oh yeah.
Oh, and the
That's
other app that's really good too is Plex TV. So
Plex TV isn't
Plex
bad,
is
but
great.
it's got more adverts on it. I find
got more
than,
adverts,
than
yeah.
Tubi, or not.
So I
Tubi.
guess it
That's
depends.
the
On,
question.
I don't know if everything has, like certain things maybe you can't find. Just check them all out, and then like Plex had some old TV shows. I was like, wow, you can just watch all these old shows. Or there's some commercials, but that's how we grew up, right? Watching commercials. That's how
yeah.
we paid for stuff. Yeah, so
We were used to it.
Well,
Plex
in
is
the
cool.
in the Demolition
my buddy
Man,
puts movies on Plex.
yeah, in the Demolition Man future, that's all we'll watch or listen to his adverts.
Oh,
sing them.
Pluto had the original version. Wow, nice, man. Look at this chat. Oh yeah, don't worry. It's practically inevitable. We'll get there. It'll be a bit, but we'll get there because we still have so much. We still got to do our Roger Moore James Bond month. We still got to do our 3 straight Punisher movies: Lundgren, Jane, and
Roger
Stevenson. Yeah, there's still a lot of. We still got a lot of bridges to cross. It's insane the amount of stuff. There's so many Van Damme movies I still have yet to do. Seriously, there's so
Cyborg's
many.
a good movie. You should do that.
I love
Cyborg's a
Cyborg.
good, but I'm gonna push back though, and
I
I
know.
know you understand this with respect. It's not. We have to find a way to promote it without calling it Cyborg because it's not Cyborg. It's
It's
30 seconds of Cyborg.
That's a whole fight scene right there.
Yes.
Martial art of roaring. I use roaring. That's my
And then
martial art.
they throw one kick and they show it from 10 different angles. It's
That's
great.
right. Slow motion
Okay.
backwards.
This is where I started laughing. This is the part of the movie where I started laughing. They shoot the living crap out of some completely empty rooms, offices, move to the next room, shoot the crap out of that. The army is surrounding them. And it takes them 5 rooms to realize, hey, wait a minute. There's nobody here. Maybe this is a trap.
yeah.
Oh my goodness! I mean, shooting up a room that has no people in it. Mad Mardigan would probably
And we've
might for
just-
once agree with me. Is called poor fire discipline. This
And,
is the scene.
Wasted
That's
a
called
lot
poor
of-
fire discipline.
Wasted a lot of ammunition.
That's
Yes,
almost as bad as the IRS accidental discharges last year.
yes, and the whole thing. It's a trap. It's like that took you that long.
That's
Just
right.
the-
Wow.
That's why they're expendable minions. Because Chuck Norris Jussie Smolletted them, and they couldn't even see that he Smolletted them, and he actually figured out a way to stage them.
Yeah, but Rostov is there. It takes Rostov 5 rooms to figure out it's a trap. The bad guy. The bad guy's clueless.
You know what that? Hey, but you know what that means? Once again, no matter how smart a character is, there's always be something that they have a shortcoming on. That was his shortcoming.
And that was his shortcoming. Outsmarted him.
He was
and also it's Chuck Norris. He is
Hunter, I should say.
He's
Hunter.
Matt Hunter.
Yeah.
Matt
He's Hunter. Matt Hunter.
Hunter. I
Mad Hunter.
On that day.
Matt Hunter.
Mad Hunter.
Nick's gonna name his next kid Hunter.
Yep. Well, these days maybe not.
Clam Hunter.
Oh, I'd do it. I'd do it if I had a son. There should be a.
No, they look like
this
looks like a Michael Jackson video now.
Matt Hunter Weiser. I love the sound.
That sounds good, actually.
Yeah, right. Matt Hunter Weiser.
I would be furiously upset if I met the Weiser clan and you did not have your children named John Rambo Weiser, Matt Hunter Weiser. If you did not have your kids named after the action stars, that was just. I'm
What's
done.
Dolph Lundgren's
Well, I was going to say, hey
in-
Nick, how's Sarah Connor Weiser?
What's Dolph Lundgren's character in Showdown in Little Tokyo called?
Dolph Lundgren Weiser.
No, what's his
Basically,
character
he's just
called?
I know, but I'll just make a joke because in his movies he just plays Dolph Lundgren. That's all.
Dolph Lundgren.
I think Nick has
On
two kids.
Matrix.
The second daughter is named as Ripley. Ripley Weiser.
Yes.
Ellen Ripley Weiser.
There you go.
Yeah. None the
John Matrix Weiser.
None the wiser.
Oh,
I think John Matrix Weiser works.
John Matrix.
John
Weiser.
Matrix Weiser works great.
Well,
And Sarah Connor
Dolph
Weiser.
Lundgren was Chris Kenner Weiser. Because that's Dolph Lundgren in that movie. Chris Kenner was Dolph Lundgren.
Paul Kersey Weiser.
John McClane Weiser.
Yes.
Dutch Weiser. Dutch Weiser.
70s rock
T1000.
band
T1000
Chuck Weiser.
Weiser.
Chuck Weiser.
Chuck Weiser. Oh. John Claude Van Weiser. Ooh. that's got a read to it.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's actually got
John
Frank
Claude Van
Castle.
Budweiser.
Better take some notes, just in
Frank
case you need these names
Weiser.
someday.
Frank Castle
Yeah.
Weiser. Man, there's a lot of them. What's the character? Oh, Douglas Quaid Weiser. Dude, Douglas Quaid Weiser. I like it. Jennifer Lawrence Weiser.
Well, she invented the action movie, right? Yeah. So.
Did Chuck Norris just kill that guy with his
Jedi powers.
WG, that comment's gonna kill me. Mad Max.
All the bullet holes
Weiser.
there.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mad Max Weiser. Oh, the son's name is Mad Max. Oh, dude. The War Warrior Weiser. Oh, I like. Arnold Weisenator. Oh, dude. McLean Weiser. Max Power. Max Weiser. Holy shit, dude. There's so much potential for so much toxicity for the rest of my life. Ivan Drago Weiser. Dude. Fuck.
Your
Mad
wife should
Martin.
be- I was just going to
Martin
say your
Max
wife
Weiser.
needs to drive an Odyssey, man.
Yeah, right. Jackie Chan Weiser, Cynthia Roth Rock Weiser, but
Matt Mardigan, Max Weiser.
Oh, damn.
You never know where Toxic Tuesday is going to go, right? You never know what form of entertainment will provide for you. Name the Wiser game.
Ivan Danko Weiser, because Arnold was that Russian cop that was not a Russian cop in Red Heat. Ivan Danko.
Go Weiser.
Ivan Danko Weiser.
Very underrated film.
Oh, dude, I love that. Was one of our very first Toxic Tuesdays ever. Was Red Heat.
Yeah, great movie.
That was when Toxic Tuesday was nothing more than it was supposed to be a temporary thing for like 3 weeks. It started as an accident. It was, oh, you know what? I'm sick of talking about pop culture on every single show I'm on. So you know what? Why not talk about some cool movies just for a change? And I'm like, oh hey, this is actually really fun.
You
and then
inspired me.
Did I
Super chat?
Yeah, you inspired me to do my Monday night streams with Janet.
Oh
And,
yeah,
that-
a guy and a girl, a guy in a movie.
Yep.
Nice.
So,
Good. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, dude. It's my best stream.
And now you're full circle, and now you're one of the boys on here. Funny how life works, right?
Yeah, it is. It's great. And I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Oh, dude, love having you on. Love having you on here. So, okay, my guy who I've met in person too, my guy WG for $10 says, like Chuck Norris, my high school aptitude test pointed towards assassin.
Before he blew up the high school.
Well, he wins a prize too for that. For that.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Now it makes me feel really
verified.
happy. Now it makes me feel really happy that I've always been polite with WG in chats.
Yes.
Now, does anyone recognize what's on that table there? Can anyone tell? I'm sure some of the older, decrepit people in this crowd can recognize what's.
Are you talking
what's
about?
on
It
that
looks
table.
like a humidifier, but it's a computer of some sort.
It looks like
Yeah,
a
what's-
Macintosh.
And what's next to the computer?
On the left.
A floppy disk
Five,
case.
5.5 inch
Yeah.
floppies. Yeah.
5 1/4 floppies.
5 1/4.
Yep.
That dates the damn movie. Yep.
That
Oh,
Apple
yeah.
II? Is that the Apple IIc or Apple IIe?
Oregon Trail.
I don't think that's an Apple. I can't recognize. It's probably some kind of workstation or
Could
something.
get an
That's
entire
that's not an
8-bit
Apple.
game on one of those discs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, eventually.
At least
Sometimes
Is that
you
a
need
floppy
4
disk, or are you just happy to see
Two
me?
2 days later.
To think that one of those nearly brought the world down in war games. One of those nearly destroyed the world.
Oh, that was an IBM mainframe. They're even worse. That was the size of
think
a
that's-
room.
Pinochet, I don't think that's a TRS-80 because I have most of that line. Could be. It could be. I could be wrong, but I do still own a couple of trash 80s. I have a Model 3. The Model 1 had a separate keyboard. The Model 2 and 3. Well, sorry to digress there, but yeah.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Computer nerd.
Mark, you're a purist. You like all your games to be in the assembler.
I love how firing a machine gun across a door from wall to wall blows out both walls like he just fired one of those law rockets through both walls. Look at the size of the holes, man.
Yeah.
Snake Plissken Wise. Oh,
Ooh, that's a gooder.
dude. That's good. Snake.
Yes.
Imagine if I had a son named Snake Plissken Wiser.
You should get the channel name. That'd be great new channel
John
name.
Rambo Weiser. Well, you know, if I had never went with the name that I went for, for my channel, the other name I would have gone through, and this is shout out to Eric K if he's still listening, I would have gone with the name that he gave for me, Toxic Nick.
There you go.
I would. It's simple. It's easy to remember, and it would have been a good, nickname to run with. Toxic Nick, because that's what he gave me. That was all his thing. When he's like, once that happened, I'm like, the toxicity was just oozing and flowing. Then I mean,
Nick Weiser, after doing Toxic Tuesdays for this long, your official nickname should be Toxic Nick.
I will gladly. I feel gladly to be inducted. Then, is anyone on the panel want to speak against this?
Oh,
I just want to know what happens if Toxic Nick meets Toxic Man Flu. What the universe ends then?
Oh no! The universe ceases to exist and is replaced by something infinitely more complicated.
Oh, what's up, Eric K? Again. Eric K for $2 says, Nick, I am never listening. Oh, Oh, Sandy Monkey.
Eric K
On
is
point. Randy Savage Weiser. Oh yeah.
Kaiser Soze Visor, I think would be a great name.
Eric
Kaiser
K.
Soze
Just
Visor.
remember, Eric K. is omnipresent.
Yes.
Intimacy coordinator.
He's the
Weiser.
watcher.
Yes.
He's omni-impotent.
Rowdy Piper Weiser. Rowdy Weiser. Dude. I like that. Rob Van Weiser too, like Rob Van Dam, the wrestler. Dude.
Look at this shot here. It's like the guy's squaring
Are
up.
you
against
serious?
Chuck.
He's looking at
He's
him.
like, are you serious?
Do you know who I am?
You can't be serious.
Dude, Nick Toxic sounds
I'm late for
better.
dinner. Can we get this over with?
Nick
That
Toxic.
needs to be a comic book. All right, somebody write Nick Toxic. The Adventures of Nick Toxic. That needs to be a comic book.
The line they didn't write here was "Want a box?"
Look at that roundhouse. There we
Oh,
go.
Visor. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, and he's
What's
wearing
up,
the
Bruce?
action jeans too.
Bruce, you didn't have to. John Rebel Weiser for
Oh no, no!
$2.
I want that to become a thing. Beware the wiser.
Beware the Weiser.
Beware the wiser.
Or you'll be none the visor.
Chuck Norris is lethal. Oh, you guys are gonna kill me tonight. Oh, man. Action G, dude. I could do a pants line. If I were to hit like 500K subscribers, I would start a pants line. Action
There we
G
go.
We got to
Weiser.
make that happen then.
Would those be Jinkos by chance?
Jinko. Dude, even Jinkos can contain the anaconda of Chuck Norris. That's a fact, too. Like, you can fact check that shit. If you try posting that Jinko jeans are too big for Chuck Norris, you'll probably get fact checked by Twitter saying this is misleading and missing context. Chuck Norris fits into any jeans that he desires.
Well, he definitely could conceal 2 rocket launchers in those.
Oh,
Yep.
Chuck Norris got to. Dude, what a
You
nice
see-
shot where he freaking blasts these guys side to side. I was
This
like,
is the kind of shit.
Balls.
This is the kind of shit I used to wish would happen when I worked in an office. That people would come in and just start doing this because it's so fucking boring.
Yep.
Where's Chuck coming in blowing the place apart? That would be so good. That would be so
Chuck
cool.
Norris is visiting today.
That would be
Yes.
Chuck says
It's funny.
Well,
Chuck
Chuck
Norris says Chuck Norris can outstare the sun. That's right.
Yeah,
Chuck
why-
would win a staring contest against the sun.
Why are you handing out body armor? Chuck's visiting today.
Action Gene Weiser, dude. Action Jeans with expendable crouch. Action Jeans with expendable crotch. That doesn't. No, that means that your shit's fucked. Damn it.
Expandable, not expendable. Expandable.
Expandable. It adjusts to
Yes.
your crotch, dude. I like that.
I love it.
That's the reverse of the tuck from Target. That's like, no, why go small when you can just go bigger? I like
Go
that.
big or go home.
Oh, damn. Crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Yes.
Crouching tiger, hidden cucumber.
Another law rocket.
Yeah, is that a law rocket in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
Oh, dude, it's time. And then he tries to do a turnaround and shoots his ass right out the window. He's trying to disintegrate in his ass with that
Yep.
shit. Jericho Jackson Weiser, Chow Yun Weiser, cream of some young Weiser. Like it.
Well, just don't name him Chun Li Weiser.
Chun Li Weiser. Oh yeah, no.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Weiser Chan, Weiser Lee, Jet Weiser, like for Jet Li. God, there's so many good ones. Lethal Weiser, Weiser Weapon. I like Weiser Weapon. That's a good title. I like Weiser Weapon. This one, guy, hey, we didn't really mean to fight, guys. We didn't mean to fight. We won't be friends. Is it too late to be on your sides? Size
And here you
Magnum
have 3 hots
project.
and a cot.
Lethal Wiser. Oh, here it is.
Here we go. The battle of the.
Oh, dude.
Oh no.
Blue Oyster
Visor.
Wiser.
I like that.
Also, now you're getting into band territory now.
Oh, there's a whole load of those we could do then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, that could go Dark Side of the Wiser. Ooh. I like that title actually. Ronnie James Wiser. Ronnie James Wiser. Oh man.
Meatloaf Visor. There we go.
Meatloaf Wiser.
Are we rating this movie out of Wisers? Like, is it going to like
How
10
many
out of 10
Visors?
Wisers?
Wisers or over-the-shoulder law rockets?
Yeah. Jason Statham Wiser. Ooh. Charles Bronson was Don't Fear the Wiser.
Oh, they tried Paul Kersey Visor.
Iron Maiden. Fear of the Wiser. Ooh,
Just Eddie Wiser.
Fear of a black visor would be.
Judas Priest. Hellbent for Wiser.
Fear of a black visor.
Seventh Wiser of a Seventh Wiser. Damn, there's so many good titles.
Look at that meat.
Dark Side of the Visor.
Go back one. Go back a couple slides.
Sure,
there.
sure. Yeah, this is good action here.
Full frontal Wiser.
Are those like supposed to be body parts coming out there? Or is that?
Yeah, that looks.
I think I saw a head. Let me kill. Ooh, let me kill Wiser. Ooh, Mass Grave may have taken a strong lead. That's a damn. Let me kill Wiser. I like that, and it fits the syllables too. Kill Wiser. Kill Meister. Kaiser Wiser with Wiser on our side. Anthrax caught in a Wiser or Wiser in a mosh. Anthrax.
This is better than the ending to Hitman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by a landslide. Come on, dude. This shit was a shocker, man. I was like, he fucking disintegrated his ass. And we all knew. Chuck Norris is a man who doesn't know his limitations. Maybe Dirty Harry does, but not Chuck Norris.
Now that reminds me of the ending of Death Wish 3. Wasn't it 3?
Yep.
Where the guy has the drop on him and he just turns around and you haven't seen the law rocket that he had until just then again. You saw it early. Then he blows him right out the window just like Chuck did. Wasn't that Death Wish 3?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So he decided, Charles Bronson, no, I could do that better.
He blew up Action Come. I think it's safe to say that he blew the frick up.
Oh yeah. What was left of him was blown out the window.
He was blown out of a large hole in the wall, not a window.
Right. Yes.
Death Wish 3 has a better ending because whenever the movie is in its final frames, they're walking by the corpse of the burning corpse of the gang leader.
Chuck Norris won by teabagging the building. That makes actually a lot of sense.
Yes.
Chuck 1, building 0.
Chuck Norris really could actually teabag.
Did he create a bonus hole?
No, that's a bonus hole.
Bonus hole, yeah. Just thought of that at the same time.
You teabagged the bonus hole. Oh, damn. I need to go to bed. Oh. Cool guy. Yeah. They walk away from the explosion. Well, no, see, Chuck Norris is the exception to the rule. Yeah, right. The boss is now, if this movie came out today, they would have 5 more endings to this. They would have to show what happened with Chuck out there. They had to show the guys who surrendered their guns, the guys who won. The reporter lady had to have her own ending.
Yeah, but then they would also have had a flashback to show how the bad guy wasn't really all that bad.
Oh yeah.
No, it was actually I agree. It was the
revisionist
capitalist system
history.
that
The
made the
capitalist
bad
system
guys
that drove
bad.
it to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
His sister couldn't get an operation, and she had
He's a
a
good
hair lip.
boy. He didn't do nothing.
Harry
Yeah.
Callahan. Oh, I like that. Harry
Nice one,
Callahan Weiser. Dude, that's nice. Amon Amarth, Twilight of the Thunder Weiser. Ooh, that sounds epic, actually. Guardians of Wiseguard. Dude, Guardians of Wiseguard. I like that. I like that a lot. That's really damn good. TZ, I'll take that compliment. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. I will gladly. I'm glad to know something about me can compete. I'm honored.
Yeah, there's no contest there, right? On who's hotter, yeah, right. I mean, well, maybe Chuck Norris is very hot though, but right.
Well, Brittany Venti is bonus hole, but
it's going to stink around forever. Bonus hole.
It sticks for a reason, but we already had a name for it. We already had a name. It was called Glory. I mean, come on, man. The glory hole. All right, movies don't need right? No, there's a time and place for movies that would make sense if there's like a big ensemble cast. I can understand the multiple endings, but nowadays they do that for everything. It's like I don't care about what happened with the Kirk we saw for 30 seconds at the store, unless it's like a comedy movie because that's comedy. You want to have something, one last joke to crack up. But nowadays you do it for everything. Soon we're gonna know about what happened with the janitor who didn't finish the bathroom he was cleaning. That's gonna be that's gonna be like the after credits scene. I mean, shit. Sony did try to push for Aunt May, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Oh, dude, yes, Extreme Prejudice should be a few. Yes, I agree. I've not thought about that one. That would be one to do. Buckaroo Banzai Weiserheimer.
I'm going to stick by my suggestion of Dark Blue with Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah, we do. Maybe we should do that for the one for episode 98. Fuck it, let's do it.
I thought we were doing The Sound of Music.
Yeah, that was gonna be the big surprise.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Because there's Nazis in it. That's toxic.
Can't believe
come on, 70s. That movie's toxic even before the Nazis show up.
Christopher Plummer's in it. He's Canadian. How much more toxic can you get? Jeez, it's practically a Stalinist.
He played a Klingon.
Yeah,
maybe we'll have to do
exactly.
Maybe for a special anniversary episode, like 150 or something. We could do that. Maybe I'll think about the Sundays, but you know what? I like that idea, Bruce. Write in. Never mind. You're not on Twitter. I'm gonna write that to the guys on the Twitter group message. Maybe I should start a Gilded group message. Me, you, 70s, and Mark. And then maybe one day we could get Tom on there, and then one day get 70s on there because the Gilded crew is the best crew. Oh, Redshirt, you're on there too.
I'm on there, but Tom on Gilded. Fuck you, Gilded!
Is there an app for Gilded?
Yes, there is. And we got some of our great Gilded regulars in the chat. TZ's a Gilded regular, obviously. He's one of the greats. Deleted Scenes is there. Our guy, the Gilded King, Vince Womack, he's the king of Gilded. He's Oakley and RJ rejoined last week. That was awesome to have them now part of the crew. The Gilded group is a great group. I'm just saying, we have a great time on there.
Southern How about Bell Threads? Is anyone going to Threads?
I just posted on your Gilded, Nick. So it's a very pithy comment. As well.
We keep.
All right,
this is a good one.
Look here. Fuck you, Guild. All right, chat.
Are we feeling like we've got a few minutes to spare? Because I wanted to show something which I made for Comics Division, but it never ended up getting shown on there, and it's Inspired by
Sure,
you,
real
Nick.
quickly, and while you're getting that
It's only
set,
about a
Chad,
minute long.
give us your scores, Chad.
Give people time to think of their scores while I show you this
Yep.
little video, if you don't mind.
Make sure you pause it because they've been after me lately with the clips.
All right, I was going to say the music is copyright free, but it's we'll give it a try.
This. Never mind.
Oh, have you seen it? It's inspired by you. Oop.
Hollywood proudly presents movies of joyous dignity.
Yeah, the music's copyright free.
Kenner, just in case we get killed, I wanted to tell you, you have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Thanks.
I knew you'd get a kick out of this. You mentioned Red. These are all joyous dignity movies.
Wow. We'll leave it right there for a few seconds just so you can get a look at that neck, the girth on the neck.
That thing's a neck.
That's a size 20 neck right there at a minimum.
That's like
You
a size
appreciate that
24
girth?
neck.
Girth matters, dude.
Oh, that's so exciting. You asked me for that clip, but I'm like, you have it
That's
in
why I
regular
asked-
speed. You
that's
asked me
why
if it was
I
regular
asked you
speed,
for
and you
it.
went to look at it. You're like, no, it's actually in slow motion in the movie.
Is this the sequel to the first Sylvester Stallone movie we ever saw, The Italian Stallion?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Well, which had a different name when it was first out, but yeah, they rebranded it.
Oh yeah. I have
This is
a
just
need,
guys being guys together.
a need for speed.
Jeans on the beach.
Oh, dude, Tango and Cash. Yeah.
It's funny how Sly's in two of these.
And that was one of the was that the Toxic Tuesday episode that is no more?
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, that one got completely blocked.
Did it?
Because of the shower
Yeah.
scene, or
No, it was the amount of clips that we played on it, and I tried to trim them down. It was one of the rare times where I actually tried to try to trim it down. They were not having it with
they
that
were not
one.
having it.
They were not having it with that one.
Upload to Rumble, please.
You know what? I should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can't remember which other clips I used.
They look like
You
a
see
married
the bit?
couple arguing.
Bends over. I like that bit.
What do you mean you can't remember?
The transition got me laughing. All the heart.
There's just a little bit more.
Okay.
This is the most overtly joyous dignity one in the whole thing, of course.
It looks like Mads.
Well, I was going to put Mad's head on some of them.
You
and
should have.
I should. I didn't. I ran out of time.
I would have sent you the head that I have. Yep.
I don't think
flute. Wait a minute. Is he playing the flute there?
Yeah, he's playing the skin flute. I think. I don't think this ever got shown on Comics' channel. I made it for a comics thing. So I thought rather than waste it, I'll show it here.
Thank you.
Nice.
That is so awesome.
Hope you enjoyed that. I might
loved it.
I might
Thank you.
upload it to my channel. Then again, I'll probably get people hating on me. So, hey,
Okay.
those were all good friends. That's all.
I'm gonna read these scores and then we'll
Hey, Southern Belle.
Okay, anyways. Deleted scenes, 8.5 lines, 7 toxicity. My voice started getting shot. Keely Chow, toxicity, 10 overall, 10. Josh Post, toxicity, 10. A wiser Norris, 10 for awesomeness. Fat Elvis, Greatness 10, Toxicity 10, Soul Assassin, Comedy 9, Gayness 10 out of 10, Well Done Panel, Movie is 10, Oakley Vandal 9.5 Wisers. I can't give it a Toxicity rating without knowing if there's naked ass Bobs and or Vagana. And then Rob Altus, Toxicity 9 Wisers, overall 8.5 Wisers. Tuna Guy, Toxicity 10, movie 8 out of 10. Darth Viewer, 10/10, overall 9 out of 10 for Toxicity, 10 out of 10, Stretchy Jeans. Ooh. And then Oakley again, multiple Bobs in one scene, red shirt, 9.5 Wisers, Toxicity 7.5.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm going to let Mark D with a C start off with his final thoughts.
All right. Well, I should go on camera for this one since this movie almost killed me. Literally almost killed me. So if my buddies are out there that were there that night, yeah, it was that was craziness that night at Vinny's house. But yeah, this movie is freaking epic. It's Chuck Norris at his best, right? It's kick ass. There's great stunts. I mean, just looks so good. I mean, finally, now that I can remember the movie, it's got a good story too. So it's too bad some of it got chopped up, but it still works. But it would have been nice if you had a little bit expanded to, in the background of the villains. But it works the way it is, and I mean, yeah, it's a great movie to grab some pizzas, grab some beers, not a fifth of vodka, and hang out with your buds on like a Friday or Saturday night and just kick back. And this is when movies were freaking simple. Yeah, there's some messaging in the movie that it's patriotic messaging, but it's not overly over the top like America the best. It's just like we're going to defend our country, and we've got Chuck Norris, so you don't have anyone else, so you're in trouble. But yeah, it's just one of those good old-fashioned fun movies. You could just put the VHS tape in, or today the Blu-ray, and enjoy the fuck out of it, because it's just a lot of fun. I mean, it's Chuck isn't doesn't have a wide acting range, but who cares? He's fantastic at what he does. And I mean, he's got those two mini Uzi pistols. He's kicking ass with those.
Uzi,
the law rockets. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm giving this is a 10. It's a 10 out of 10 Wisers, and I give it a 10 out of 10 Toxicity, because yeah, I mean, it's just all the characters in this are toxic, and Chuck is a toxic CIA agent who's kicking ass. So yeah, if you haven't watched this, go watch this movie. Yeah, and we're gonna the action crotch jeans cut. Yeah,
you need to make special stretch denim chaps for that as well.
I would get that in 4K so fast.
What, the jeans?
The action crotch jeans cut.
Yeah.
I'd get the 4K of that. Watch
4K
on the
version,
huge TV.
So everyone go out and watch this movie, otherwise Chuck Norris is going to come over and kick your ass. Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. Bruce.
Cheers,
my
everybody.
friend. Cheers.
This movie is an absolute joy. There's a lot of stuff to discover about it, both in the movie making aspect, the behind the scenes, and just to watch Chuck in double denim. Holy cow. The double denim is so great in this film. I am going to rate this movie on the toxicity scale, because real alpha males, real men, recognize weak, insignificant pieces of crap, and they get them out of the club. So there's a lot of ball shots in this movie. I'm going to rate it a 94. 94 out of 100 ball shots.
Thundering ball shots. Ooh.
Yes.
I can feel the thunder from the nuts on that one. Whew.
So when it comes to the quality of the film, I'm going to rate this movie. This is my highest rated Norris film with you all yet.
You were about to say your highest rated nut.
Highest rated nut. Yes, I dropped my nut. Anyway, 84 out of 100. This is a solid movie. This is easily 4 stars, approaching into 5. And it is a great film. You got a father, you have a brother. If you have somebody close by, listen, anybody that's in the chat, anybody here a neighbor to Eric K, take this Blu-ray to Eric K's house, a 6er of some Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, and maybe some sausages or big schnitzels or something, and get the man some Americana in them, okay? Just have him watch this movie, down his stuff, and be good to the man. This is a film that is a feel-good festival. I love this movie. This is great. Thank you.
No, thank you, Bruce. Awesome to have you, sir. And I love your thoughts, man. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to knock out a few extra more. Lisa gave it 10 out of 10 weapons. RJ Godzilla, 8.9 overall, not enough Norris kicks. Well, he does it when it counts. Southern Belle, 10 out of 10. Alpha Male, total hot take. Yagnominal, toxicity, 7 out of 10. Overall, 8-10. 10 out of 10. Diversity of expendable mooks and weapons. You guys. Oh, amazing. Okay. Dustin.
All right. So this movie gets a 0 for toxicity because how is it toxic that Chuck Norris is here to defend America? How is that toxic? There's no way that Chuck Norris wearing his roundhouse kick jeans, going after the Russians, stopping them from invading us on Christmas could be toxic. There's nothing about that that's toxic. Okay?
Then what is it?
I mean, it's a 0 out of 10. It's whoo. It's a perfect movie, man. I'm telling you. 10 out of 10. One of the best Christmas movies ever made.
Whoa. Wow.
Well, that's right.
Wait,
It is a
hold on.
Christmas movie.
We got to have the
Great point.
contest later then.
Great.
We
point.
got to know what's the best Christmas movie.
Man, we might have to do
It's a
different
Wonderful Life.
versions. We should do
Die Hard.
different versions of Toxic Tuesday where we have like best action movie names. Like we should definitely do like variations of Toxic Tuesday, best action movie names, best action flick of 85, that best action Christmas flick. We could do a lot of
Best
variations
jeans.
of Toxic. Yeah, best jeans on Toxic Tuesday.
Dude, like for December, we should do the top 5 Christmas movies.
Oh yeah, best homoerotic
Die Hard
Toxic
2.
movie.
That's all of them, Nick. That's every single one of them. Then it's too many.
That's what I mean. But what if we all had our own top 5? And how do we debate our positions?
Best rocket launcher.
Who would be the master at debating?
Who is the master debater? That's right.
I was on the debate team in high school. I won some trophies. So
Were you the
Well, you're the
master
master.
debater?
I won a couple of debates. I was the master. Yes, I did win a few of them. I got all the girls
See,
after
Rob-
that. Yeah,
Rob's right. Best parties. Best brute. We could do a
Bullet.
What is the best Van Damme? The best
Bullet for sure.
Stallone.
Tightest
So,
jeans would probably have to go to Dalton and Roadhouse.
Oh, dude, them jeans, man. Instead of Misfits, them boots. Was it Misfits who said them boots? It said just do them jeans. I can't remember, but even there's someone who's saying them boots. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember. Go ahead, Dustin. Go ahead and finish up. I know I'm cutting off.
Dude, I don't care. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, Chuck Norris, great. I love Chuck Norris. And I'm not just saying that because I'm afraid of him.
I'm not just
Sure.
It's not Stockholm Syndrome, I promise.
Oh, that was great. Oh, damn. Oh, dude, no, we'll 2 more episodes, man. We'll discuss those jeans.
Hard.
Anything else, sir?
I think that's it.
All right. 70s.
What can you say? I mean, this is such a great movie. It's absolutely in my unsafe space. I love Chuck Norris. I love this movie. It's definitely one of his best. I don't know if we could debate all day about what his best is, but it's certainly the most fun of all of them, and it's just brilliant seeing him ripping the shit out of these people. Not the jeans though. The jeans never have the shit ripped out of them. Just the people. It's just a little tip. If you go to the IMDb page for Invasion USA, and in the screen next to the poster image, they'll show trailers. If you put that on for 2 hours, you'll see the most fantastic movie trailers in in that window. I've been watching it. They've had things like Savage Dawn and Black Thunder and all the American Ninjas, and the Octagon is showing right now. And it's just like I could sit and watch these trailers for hours, and it's coming up with a really good selection. I don't know. It's a fabulous film. I'd give it 10 visors out of 10. Absolutely love it. Toxicity, it's about a 9, I think. You know, it's the only thing. There's no real hanky panky in it. You know, no naked, not too many naked bits. So, but other than that, in every other respect, it's totally toxic. Other than the fact, I agree, he's saving America. So, what's toxic about that?
Well, a lot of people would think that's toxic.
It's got negative toxicity in that sense.
But the line he said to the reporter lady was very toxic line.
That's true. It's pretty. I mean, by the definitions of how you started out making this show, it's pretty damn toxic. I think the Bruce. I don't know if the movie you were thinking of was Avenging Force. I don't know if there was ever an Invasion USA 2, but
yeah.
Avenging Force might be the one. The Dudikoff, yeah, that's a great movie too.
It's the same character. It's Mr. Matt Hunter. He's a captain in the Secret Service in that film.
Yeah, I must rewatch that because I haven't seen that for a long time. Yeah, great movie. Absolutely love it. Brilliant choice to do that one. And Chuck, I want your jeans. I wish I could fill your jeans, Chuck.
Oh, wow.
You have the right to be dead.
All right, red shirt. Thank you, 70s.
Well, I hate to be the party pooper here, but I had to decide whether to rate this movie as an action movie or a comedy. Mrs. Redshirt considered it a comedy, but this is my other Chuck Norris fact. I know that Chuck Norris does not do comedy. He just looks at people a certain way, and they laugh. Wait for it. Nervously. For toxicity. For toxicity. Well, let's see. We have, and I'm going to use the modern definition of toxicity, Dustin. I'm going to use the modern version. We have diversity well represented. There are all kinds of groups of people in the United States, and they hate each other. That's modern diversity. We have a female journalist. Of course, she's female, and she's Hispanic. She knows more about what's going on than law enforcement does. But on the other side, we have deaths, destruction, explosions, lots of shoulder-fired rockets, pubes in the bar scene, crotch targets, and Chuck Norris. So Chuck Norris, is what makes this film. Toxicity, I'm going to give it an 8. Now, greatness. Well, it's a Chuck Norris film, and Chuck Norris in this film is an 11. The Law of Rockets in this film, give it a 10. It's not my favorite 80s action movie, but it has Chuck Norris, and that's what makes it. The main characters have invincible plot armor. The one-liners aren't as good as they could be. He's got a few, but I wanted more. The bad guys are cartoonish, and the authorities are utterly useless, which is more documentary.
Has logic applied for Chuck Norris movies?
It's a documentary.
Yeah, well, I look at it and go, the authorities should just not be in the movie then. They should just appear occasionally, give him something, and then walk away and not show up.
They should award him.
Yeah. I mean, the authorities in this movie are in there too much, and they're all boobs. So I'm going to give this an 8 on greatness. It's not my favorite Chuck Norris movie. It's not my favorite action movie. And I know I'm underscoring this compared to everybody else, but I just looked at this movie and went, this wouldn't be my first. It's not my first choice. This is a fun movie. And there are a lot of, come on, it's an 8. It's a lot of fun to watch. But is it a great Chuck Norris movie? No. That's me.
All right. All good, red shirt. Thank you for your comments. I'm gonna say on my end that it's the damn best Chuck Norris movie. I actually love the one-liners. I love how brief they are. One of them he even repeats, and the fact that once again the jeans, man, the jeans, and the amount of asses he kicks. And dude, he was a Killosaurus Rex in this movie. We had a badass chase scene. Story, it's a 8.8 a point B story. You have a destination and you gotta get to the land. And it does that. And you know what? That's fine with me because I don't need this type of thing to be very massive and thought provoking. I want to see Chuck Norris beat the shit out of bad guys, and we see him saw off wood. We see him fight an alligator. He has a pet armadillo. He's just the fucking ultimate form of man. And the fact that he told out that one reporter lady, that was a very toxic line. So I'm gonna go to 7 for the toxicity. Also, this is not something we talk about a lot in Toxic Tuesday, but I really feel like even with everything that they took out to really just make it just a big explosive like action movie, I did enjoy the pacing of this because it's an hour and 45, but it really moves very smoothly and just like, oh crap, the ride's already over. This is just like, damn, it was a raging bull of a movie. And Chuck Norris just bulldozed through all these assholes. And once again, it's the domino effect of one man who could change everything. And it's so awesome. And the fact that he had a convenient trap shows you that even the smartest criminals can be fooled easily because it is easier to fool someone than to convince them that they are being fooled. And bad guys sometimes get so cocky and arrogant up their own assholes that they fall for simple things like this because they're so in their own asses about, yeah, we got it. Shit, we don't. We got played. Fucking perfect. For heroes, we know that's a trap because, well, we had to be better than them. Anyways, supporting characters, well, he lost his friend. That sucks, but we needed him to die in order to make this movie happen. So, necessary plot devising. So, yeah, as far as the movie's greatness go, I'm going to give this one a long, hard, and strong 9.2 tight jeans. 9.2 tight jeans. And that's the way the cookie crumbles for Invasion U.S.A. Next week is going to be our final episode of this Chuck Norris month before you take a few weeks off, and we'll come back, well, bigger, huger, longer, and schlongier than before when we come back with Hard Target. So, guys, once again, thank you for supporting Toxic Tuesday. Thank you for all the super chats. You guys are a generous bunch tonight. Thank you for all the comments. Holy crap, those comments were hilarious. You were trying to kill me out there, and you almost succeeded. I'm very, very grateful for that. I saw a lot of new faces too. Hopefully you liked what you saw, and I hope you come back next week for when we talk The Way of the Dragon with Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Dude, it's good. There's going to be a lot of kicks next week. What we lacked in kicks tonight, we're going to make up for next week. So it all balances out. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. So, yeah, on my channel, I posted a Mission Impossible out of the 3 review of Dead Reckoning Part 1 last night, and I did see it. You can watch my video on it. It's like a three-minute video. It's really quick. It's on my channel, of course, so check that out after the show. And of course, I'll have the Comic Shop show Friday night, talking Amazing Spider-Man 33 through 36. And of course, you can find me on Comics Division's shows on Monday and Thursday, as well as Midnight's Edge After Dark Tuesday and Thursday. And I'll try to have another video out this week as well. And memberships are coming next month, finally. I just gotta get a few names for the tiers and get someone to help me with the emojis, and we're gonna be rocking and rolling. Well, maybe that'll be the middle tier. That'll be the middle tier name, Wisers. But the big $10 one is be called Huge. So yes, because that's a huge donation, $10 a month. So it deserves to be called Huge. The answer will be yes, deleted scenes, cut and uncut, but definitely overall uncut. So that's what's coming up on my channel. Once again, The Way of the Dragon next week. Hopefully, like what you saw, come back for more. And for those who've been here, who do this with us all the time, thank you very much for supporting this show. This is always a fun night. And shout out to our wrenches, Eric K, Darius, thank you. And our great legion of memers, Release McCracken, Magic Poop. You guys delivered the goods and then some with the memes. But before we get out of here, I'm going to let these gentlemen plug their plugs so they can have one last hole to fill before we get on out of here. And we'll let Dustin kick things off. Dustin, what do you got coming up on your side of the world?
Oh, like you said, I went live today. It was a last-minute decision to go live. We haven't done it. We are starting to plan to go live every Tuesday. I haven't decided if I want to do 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern. I guess people. I kind of put it into the live comments today if anybody wants to choose between 6 or 7. If anybody is actually interested in that, but we've got some content coming up. Shander's channel also has content coming up. Just trying to get that edited. I have been like legitimately lazy AF and kind of like out of my mind, I guess, with that, and not really being diligent with my own stuff. So hopefully we'll get that turned around. If you're a content creator, I'm sure you go through that from time to time. It does get very daunting and kind of exhausting, but yeah. So just be on the lookout for that, and we'll have some fun.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks
sir.
again for having me in the chat. It's been awesome tonight.
Oh, dude, this chat was they were rock stars tonight. They seriously, the chats were the rock stars. But thank you for being here, sir. Always love having you around here. And you have a magical evening and keep killing it with Keto Simple. Bruce Lombardo of the Dix Division.
Hey everybody, my name is Bruce, and I've had a channel for a few years. If you like discussing RPGs or table theory for role-playing games or board games, swing by my channel. Every other Saturday, I do have a 7.5 to 10 hour gaming session where I have my 8 players come and join me. On Monday nights, one of those players joins me for a movie review. Me and Janet from Another Planet enjoy watching more smaller films. Not that Canon was used to large, big, expensive blockbusters, but we just watched like 1974's Andy Warhol's Blood for Dracula last night, and that was quite interesting. Had a good discussion about that. So if you like those sort of things, if you enjoy miniature painting, if you enjoy paint and chill streams, swing on by. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you everybody for being here tonight.
No, thank you, sir. And Mark, thank you for throwing the wrenches here for Dustin right here. Our boy Bruce Lombardo right here. Bruce, have a great night, a great week, and I can't wait to do this again with you, sir. Always a pleasure hanging out with you.
The same.
70.
Well, after this, as I just managed to see Mission Impossible earlier today as well. It's not often I get out of the house much these days. So I dragged my limping carcass to an hour's drive there and back to the cinema because I felt it's worth supporting Tom Cruise in a movie like that because it's entertainment and he wants to entertain, and I think there's not a lot of that in Hollywood now, so we have to support the things that the guys that are trying to do the good stuff like him, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. So I'm going to make a short video after this just to talk about that. But it's been really busy recently. I hear what Dustin says about it can be daunting at times. But a lot going on. Yesterday we had a great cyborg show, Canon Film Club, which has had a lot of views. So we had a great deal of fun on that one. So go check that out. Thursday morning, I will be over on the Rock and Roll Rowdies YouTube channel because they have a channel, and I'll be hosting, starting a series of live streams on their channel on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time with those guys. I'm going to start pretty small, but want to establish a sort of live stream routine for them. I'll be the host, but it'll be their show. And then eventually get to bringing in some of their other roadie pals and then some of the artists I've worked with over time. So we'll see how that goes. That's looking forward to that. Always enjoying hanging out with those guys. That's on the Rock and Roll Rowdies channel. Next Monday, I will be having and It's Only Talk and Roll with special guests. It's another road manager guy called Peter Donovan, who, amongst other things, amongst many of the bands he worked with, Jethro Tull.
Oh wait, is that next Monday?
That's next Monday. He's confirmed for next Monday.
I am away at volunteering at camp.
Well, I know you're pretty camp. You are a camp guy, so that
what time is on the afternoon? I might have to travel somewhere with has internet.
So that will be 3 p.m. Mountain Time. But Peter's, amongst other things, in a long career. I mean, he's been like Tony Iommi's guitar tech, for instance, and done a lot of other stuff like that. But he did road manage for Jethro Tull through 80s and 90s. So the period when they had the best heavy metal album in the world, period. Not the Codpiece period.
Well, the flute is a heavy metal instrument.
Anyway, that should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to chatting to him. He's worked with a lot of interesting artists over the years. So, but yeah, lots of other things lined up too. If I can ever find 5 minutes to work on them. Thanks again, Nick, for allowing me to be a part of this. This is such good fun.
Dude, pleasure is mutual. Literally,
mutual pleasure is always the best.
Oh, dude, yeah, we have good mutual pleasure between
we
us.
do, and thanks to all the other guys in the panel. Please go sub to those guys, everybody, and thank you to the chat. Absolutely on fire every week. You guys are the best.
Facts, my friend. Yes, thank you. Have a great night weekend. I'm sure I'll see you in a few days on either Meat or Comics Division, like we always do.
I'll be there.
Yeah. I know one
Tell
thing.
Comics it's about time you had me back on again.
There's inevitabilities. I know that there's death, taxes, and that you are going to come.
I will. Many, many times, I hope.
Hi, Rich.
Oh, Nick. Oh, man. I just want to say I have so much fun coming on this, and I love the fact that you invite me, and that I'm a regular. I get to be a regular on this stream every Tuesday. It's a lot of fun, even if no matter what the movie is, it's still a hell of a lot of fun talking about them. Coming up, well, actually going back a little bit, I got really lucky this weekend, and on really short notice, I got invited to the Late Night Culture Show on Culture Casino's channel, and was on that stream. And of course, on Friday, as usual, I'll be at some point on the Bootleg MF Roadhouse on the Jed Revenwolf channel, which is my other regular gig. And I'm probably going to be spending more time on Midnight's Edge in the chat these days. Come on, stop by and say hello.
Nice. That's what's up. Welcome to the family, Red Shirt. Welcome to the family. I love it how we're all like extensions of Midnight's Edge around here. We're all it's becoming a long-hearted, strong family. Sir, have a great night, upcoming weekend, and I will see you in the chats and for the Way of the Dragon.
Definitely.
All right, Mark, you're the last one, and then we got to play our intro outro.
Well, then we'll get out of here. But yeah, as always, it's a ton of fun hanging out with you guys, and really appreciate the chat here tonight. It's been awesome, a lot of fun. I survived this movie. It almost killed me in 1986, but yeah, check out my channel. I do some 3D printing, toys. Unfortunately, I got demonetized after being monetized for about 6 weeks because they said all my toys were too heavily commercial towards kids. So I'm going to try to appeal it. I guess I have to make a video to appeal it. But here's a 3D printed idol since Indy's in the news. Well, for not all the right reasons, but that came out kind of cool, I think. So unfortunately, it's not real gold. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be on vacation somewhere. And then I found, I've had this at work for a while on my wall at work. I have it framed. I pulled it out. This is actually the soundtrack from Indiana Jones. I'm gonna have to do a video on this. So it was actually given out at
Nice.
movie theaters, and my dad's friend who lived in Dallas at the time, so they gave it to the first 100 people at
Lucky,
local movie theaters.
lucky bastard.
So if you can see that for promotional purposes only. So I'll do a short video on this coming up, but that's the incredible John Williams score there. But imagine going to the movie theater and walking away with actually this album. So that's vinyl. You can't beat vinyl, right? With the huge album with the great artwork. Lucky bastard.
Lucky bastard.
So I shall put my link in, and
you only hung me up the right way yesterday.
Beat me to it.
In 70s, I can't believe you're doing that when I'm when I'm away at camp. That's you didn't know.
You never said you were going to be away.
I never said I should. That's my bad. I just that's
I got a series of shows lined up, and it has to go in there right now. So
yeah, no, that's okay. I wouldn't expect you, but I'll try to dial in from.
Please do. We can talk about Jethro Tull, the heavy metal years.
Yeah, and I'm a crazy Tull fan, so that'll be a lot of fun. I'll just have to tell everyone that I'll tell them I have a work engagement then, but looking forward to that. So thank you, everyone, and everyone a great week.
Mark, have a great night, weekend. Get more toys. Thank you for your service on here. You keep the show as wonderful and fun and energetic as it does with your insanely great contributions. Stay huge. All right, chat. Thanks again for being here. Next week, Way of the Dragon. We're going to play our intro, outro for you to say the bar's closing. We're going home.
I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, 'cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
You're still here? You're still here? It's over. Go home.